Hey, what's up, everybody? Danny Lightning here. Get ready for some crazy live streaming action with me and Maxthegamer. Everybody say hello to Max.
Hey, everybody. How are you doing today? And happy Chinese New Year's.
Oh, yeah, Lunar New Year time, guys.
恭喜发财. Meaning that I hope you have a prosperous year and make a lot of money.
Are you sure that's what you said?
That's sort of what I said, yes. The translation's a little iffy, but I stand by it.
So, how is everybody doing today? Hopefully pretty awesome. I see Clavia, Nolix, Thomas. I see Irish J. I see Crazy Drifting. I see JMR and Kevin. Nomad's here. Insane Gaming's here. Who else is here? Niner Empire. Daring Destroyer. Awesome to see you guys. Thank you all so much for coming out. We got Zeus CD in the house. We got Uncle Broken Down Fritto. That's a pretty interesting name.
We got some interesting names out here, that's for sure.
So Uncle Broken Down Fritto said he's having some problems with YouTube, with the connections.
Oh boy.
If you're having some YouTube problems, you might want to try and restart your phone. I don't know if it'll help or not, but usually if I'm having a really bad day, like I power cycle my Wi-Fi, like I unplug all the modem and the router, leave it unplugged for a good 5 minutes, plug it back in, restart my phone or my PC, and that usually fixes it.
Yep.
Thomas,
that's always one way to do it.
Thomas also said he's having problems with YouTube, so
I hope they doesn't act up while we're doing the stream. That would kind of suck.
yeah, there was like 3 weeks in a row on my other channel where I tried to do like a Wednesday night stream, and 3 weeks in a row we had horrible connection issues, and it just kept shutting our stream down.
Oof.
And
That's not good.
We didn't know what it was, but on week number 4, I was like, if it does it again, we're gonna have to pick a different day and time to do this. But on the 4th week, it was fine. But yeah, sometimes
yeah. Go ahead.
Sometimes YouTube can be a pain. That's all I was gonna say.
Hey, so Clivy is asking how this is a podcast. I don't know. I don't know what a podcast is, to be honest. I just know that it's, this is a live stream. Maybe we can call it a live stream of a podcast kind of deal.
Well, I don't know exactly what a podcast is. I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, a podcast is where you have people that just sit around and talk about stuff, I guess.
That's kind of what we're doing.
There's a little more to it than that. I think technically, if it's a real podcast, it gets like uploaded to some sort of podcasting software. But I still think we consider this a podcast overall, because sometimes people come into these streams and they're like, "Oh, you guys are just jibber jabbering." So I just want to let them know that this is kind of like a podcast style and a Q&A thing from now on.
Yeah,
that way people don't complain when that one day somebody was like, shut the heck up, guys, you're still talking, blah blah blah. That was on my other channel. I do something similar to this on my other channel too, but every once in a while someone gets all bent out of shape because we get into talk and then we we're not answering every single question that pops up. But
what are we learning today? That's the question from Ken Anderson. What do you think? What are we learning today? Do we have any good information to share here?
What do you guys want to learn today? How about that? I don't really have too much that, I mean, there's nothing really new over the last couple days except for, all right, I'm going to give you guys a small piece of Showdown advice, all right? That's about the only thing I really had planned. Beside that, we're just going to take questions. But for Showdown, guys, a lot of people still can't really seem to get this. And once you get on a losing streak, once you lose about 3 races in a row, if your goal is to get as many trophies as you possibly can, stop racing after 3 losses and come back a couple hours later or tomorrow, because it just seems like once the game puts you on a losing streak, it's very hard to get off of it. And I've seen some people lose 1,000 trophies because they just keep racing and racing and racing and losing and losing and losing, and it really screws them over. Now, if the only thing you care about is getting through the 500 races to get all the prizes, then by all means just race as much as you want. But generally, the second I hit that losing streak, I don't come back for, you know, a few hours at least. But yeah, the 3 losing streak, that's my rule. Lose 3 and stop. What do you say about that there, Mr. Max?
I think that's definitely good advice, because the game sometimes likes to matchmake you in a strange way where it's just you're designated loser for that, you know, few races. But the other piece that people tend to forget is the more you lose, the more stressed out you get, and the worse you're driving, in the sense that you're tapping, okay? We get stressed out, we start doing bad launches, we start to miss the shifts, and then you're even more angry and you get it even worse. So try to take a break from things if you're having really bad time. I do that now because I realize that's what happens to me. I'll be on a row of great shifts, and then all of a sudden nothing but crap for like 5 races. And you get all anxious and pissed off, and then you stop doing what you're supposed to, you get even worse. So try to keep your cool. Yeah, I know it's hard. I get angry too, but that's one of the tricks that I use is I calm myself down. I go back to dyno, I practice a little bit, then I come back and, you know, I start winning again. So a little break sometimes can really help you too.
Yes, it can. Very much so. The other thing a lot of people don't really understand is the fact that Showdown, as far as the matchmaking, it doesn't care about anything except for how fast your car is. You know, that's why you're getting matched.
Trophy count. Yeah, your trophy count dictates who you run into, basically.
Yeah, but but if your car isn't, if you do not have the fastest car in the game, well, the fastest cars in the games are the guys who are going to get to the top of the trophy ladder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I call it a trophy wall. You hit a certain wall of performance. You know, if your car's a 10-second car, you will hit a 10-second trophy wall, which could happen to be 600 or 800, whatever it is at the time. The wall moves as more people play longer, but you know, if you don't have the Folding Max car, you will hit, even with a Folding Max car, you will hit a trophy wall at some point where you're just stuck. Yeah. So understand that. Yeah, we're going to do some racing today, guys. Probably some Showdown while we talk. And Ken says, I'm just looking, I call it looking for a different shift pattern. Well, unfortunately for us, looking for different shift pattern usually means you're looking for a way to lose. So that's usually not going to help you.
Yeah, unless you're using a wrong shift pattern to begin with, finding a different one's really not going to help you, unfortunately.
Yep. Well, we have a lot of. I mean, this Showdown now, the one I like doing right now, it's the current championship Showdown. Unlike that McLaren one, which we won't even discuss today, I just, you know, if you want to run that one, more power to you. Good luck. But this one at least is more fun. I'm actually enjoying it a little bit again.
Hey everybody!
Fact, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey everybody! Look. This is the car that beat the crap out of Max on the drag strip.
Hey, I blame the car's launch point. You have a lot of practice with that car. That's not a fair match. I deny any and all losses as being actual losses. I was giving them to you. What else? What other excuse do I have? Hold on. My driver drank too much that day, so I blame him.
You were the driver.
I'm not the driver. It's that dude with the brown jacket that looks like he's out of the 1960s that sits in my car and wants to act like he's driving. That's the guy. He was misshifting, damn it.
All right.
I'm firing him.
Okay, enough.
I'm going to find a new Stig.
Enough excuses.
I am going to find a new one.
Excuses. Uncle Broken
Besides,
Down.
I picked the next car, don't I?
Uncle Broken Down, congrats on your Pebble Beach, whatever you call it. That McLaren P1, whatever it is, that's a pretty sweet looking car. I hear it's that's the one that's a very horrible nightmare to shift though, isn't it, Max?
That car sucks when it's maxed. Yeah, you want to try to, you think the F1's a quick shifter. Wait till you get into that thing fully maxed. So.
I've never driven it, but I heard it's a nightmare to shift, guys.
Yeah, the dude is called Jerry.
Is that really his name?
Jerry. I don't know. I don't know what the guy's name is. I mean, it could be Jerry hiding behind the helmet. Who knows? That would explain a lot. That would actually explain a lot.
Good old Jerry, guys. Good old Jerry.
Yeah, he tried to send goons to my house, but they got the wrong address. They never showed up. So, so Danny has not collected his old money yet. So we're just going to put it as a IOU until the next time we meet up.
Is the Zeno TS1 a good TS1 GT a good tier 5 car? I actually don't even know what that is, but Max apparently does.
It is a good car. It's a little bit of a tire spinner, but it's actually also a dyno beater. If you can get the fusions, I think it's a good car. So I like it. FXXK, Ken Lemmy's asking if it is it good at live racing. It used to be. It is a lot harder to get that car to win nowadays. You have to tune it very specifically for it to actually be able to win in certain lobbies. But it's also hard to drive. So, yes, it's not bad. I use this still.
I actually hope that's not Jerry back there. I think my game just... All right. Oh, guys, check it out.
There's that crew offer people were talking about. Yeah.
If you buy this, if you buy this, everybody in your crew is going to get 30 gold plus you get 300 gold, guys.
Yep. Not bad for $3.
I can't afford to spend very much money on these games, but now that I figured out how to get this, a little later, I'm going to go ahead and buy this for $2.99 so my crew can get some free gold and stuff. I mean, I got a really cool crew that does a really awesome job, so I figure, you know what? I can spend $3.99. I mean, it's not much, but it's something.
Yeah, it's worth it just to give your crew members, think about that. You have 30 crew members, 29 guys get 30 gold from you. You're really giving out a lot of gold. That's like 600 gold you're giving out. So that's actually well worth it to do. Somebody's birthday yesterday, Sean Izzel. Happy birthday. I know some guys came in and said hi. I didn't miss those comments, guys. Hello to you. Welcome to the stream. So let me scroll back up, make sure I didn't miss too many questions here.
All right, guys. So what do you think of my Skyline over here? This is the only set of rims I could find that I actually like on this car.
You will never make it up my driveway. Oh, wait. This one's okay, but the other one won't.
Now, I did change body kits because I thought I was changing the body kits to do that stupid token cup or the weekly, whatever you call it.
Yeah,
cup.
the weekly token. Yeah.
But it was the car over here that needed to change the body kits. But I really like the C West kit on this one best. But I put on one of those premium ones for that stupid whatever. Next time it pops up and I need to use this car, well, I guess I'll just leave this body kit on it. But it still looks pretty cool. But these are the only rims I found that look good. It's almost like these wheels are too small. The rims are too small for this car, guys.
What's a big car? You ever seen one of these in real life? They're not small cars.
Actually, I've seen not this generation, but the generation after this. My buddy Mike used to own one. He was never able to make it street legal because it had too many things that didn't... he had to import it from some other country. And he was
talking
never...
about the 33, the older one, or the 35, which is the new one?
35.
Oh, the R35. Wait a minute. That's sold in the U.S., so why wouldn't he be able to just get one that's legal? I think you're thinking of the 33. That's the one before the 34 that you were just showing.
Well, the 33, is it like more aerodynamic? Okay.
Yeah, it's more rounded.
All right, he had the 33 then.
Yeah, the R33. I like that one too.
I didn't really like it, but the headlights are sweet.
Yeah, they got some sweet looking, but these are big cars, so they make the tires
tail lights.
The rims look smaller. Oh, F1, look at that. Isn't that a beauty?
This stupid thing keeps someone asked for a garage tour, so I'm kind of trying to go through my garages, but it keeps doing weird things as I move around. The game kind of stalls and it clicks on something I didn't want it to.
Yep, the lag. It's the lag. I hate it.
We got the Sharko Giddy. Yeah, totally tubular, dude.
I like this car. It's my default swap car in my newer accounts. Definitely a nice car.
Salty, what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. It's going all right, I guess. Can't complain too much. Hopefully you're having an awesome day.
All right, Flying Dragon. Is it worth making the Varus BMW Elite license? We were just talking about this car, Denny and I. Danny, you think that it's okay for live racing? I haven't even tried it. I hated the car so much I've been ignoring it.
Are we talking about the Varus GT?
The Varus BMW, yes.
When I took it into live racing, it won a lot of live races. It sucks for everything but live racing, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I would be careful there, because any car you just built and you take it into live racing, you're going to win at least 10, 15 races before it gets bumped into its actual lobby. So,
I haven't always had that experience, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that. I noticed that anytime I build a new car, it always wins initially, because I guess Natural Motion wants you to feel good about it. And then after about 15 wins, 20 wins, it's like, oh, nah, you're done. Now you don't get to win anymore. So you got to be careful with every car. But
now that car doesn't beat Dino, so technically it shouldn't really get pushed.
It shouldn't, but don't forget, you get a lobby advantage in some cars when they're brand new.
They
put you in a slower lobby, yeah.
But from what I can tell,
yeah.
From what I can tell, it's okay at live racing so far.
Well, so that's an option if you want to use that for Elite, and you know they can still be used in live. Then it would be a Elite license option, but I wouldn't. Personally, I would try to find a better car.
I wouldn't even bother to build that car unless you needed it for the Prestige Cup, guys.
Yep.
Like, if you're not doing the Prestige Cup, if you don't need the RP from the Prestige Cup, don't even bother with it. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Now, some of you guys that aren't in big milestone crews don't need to do the Prestige Cup every season.
But you're missing out. You're missing out. One of the biggest tips I always give new players is get in a milestone crew. Absolutely get into it. It changes the game for you. And don't be scared of the minimum requirements. Most of us are doing 600K without ever going into live. Okay?
Wait.
But, yeah, what's up?
Is it just me, or does something look different about Shax's car?
I never look at Shax's car, so I don't know.
It looks like something's changed on it. It doesn't look... I can't figure out what it is, but something about it looks different on the inside.
Huh.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
Or something?
I don't know. It looks better for some reason. I might just be crazy. I don't know. Last time I looked at it was a long time ago, so maybe the graphics just weren't as good at that time.
It could be, yeah. It could be.
Maybe that's why it looks so much nicer, but it looks awesome. Too bad it sucks. Because it looks amazing. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. One of the worst cars.
This is the coolest looking boss car when you first start the game. You're like, oh man, I finally got a great car.
Man.
Right? And then you actually took it out to live racing, and you're like, my GTI seems to do better. I don't know why. But that's the issue.
Sin Snips just called me crazy. I'm going to stick Max on you, Sin Snips. You better be careful. You better be careful. Max is going to get you, man.
Yeah, Kevin, we know about the little arcade machine in the corner that's been around since the game started. It's kind of cool, but it wants you to refresh with gold, so I hate playing that game because I don't want to spend any gold to renew the game for the next session.
Everybody who's just showing up, hello guys. Thank you all so much for coming out to our stream. Very nice to have you guys here. We don't really say hello to everybody once the thing gets started because it kind of disrupts our talking, but that's why, at the beginning we try to say hello, but as new people come in, we might every once in a while, but it's hard to get everybody. But thank you all so much for showing up.
I'm not missing out on any of the hellos. I see it all. So
yeah, we see you
hello
guys.
Back to everyone. 675 LT Spider is not good. Please don't waste resources on that. Don't get that confused with the 765 LT, which is actually decent. Okay, that's the 720S looking car that we just got recently as a gold key car, but the 675 LT Spider, which is a old tier 4, no good. Okay, don't waste resources on that one.
Odom, what do you mean by new contacts? He asked if I got new contacts after racing shacks. There is another boss series.
Because he's saying you're blind, Denny. You're blind.
Oh.
You can't. What's wrong with you?
Oh, okay.
You got a smudge on your contacts. You're seeing
I thought
things.
you meant like personal contacts, like new contacts in the game or something.
Oh.
Now I get it. Someone's heckling me from the crowd. I see. We have a heckler. What's that, Max?
We got some hecklers.
This is a really cool looking car, but I think this one sucks too, doesn't it?
Oh, it beats Dino actually.
Does it?
But yeah, it does beat
Looks
Dino
cool.
naturally. It looks kind of okay to me, but yeah, but it's not really worth building. There are just so many better cars that are easier to build.
I gotta see if I have any stage 6 for this. I want to build this so bad. But last time I looked, I didn't really have any stage 6 or any parts for it.
This car will run live fine at stage 5 only as long as you have the fusions. It's also a natural dyno beater and works a lot like the LB Aventador.
I don't think I have the fusions though.
Yeah, I have a decent amount. I actually built this, I think, for live, and it's been pretty good. But again, you don't want to build everything that comes around the corner, especially these rare fusion cars. So.
Donna's F50 is actually kind of cool. It's not one of the best cars in the game, but a lot of people really seem to like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I got kind of a... not really. That wouldn't even be worth bothering with. One blue tire, one blue door, one nitrate... Nope. Never mind.
No good. Nope.
No good.
That would... Oh wait, the only reason I built this is because there was an Evo. Remember, there was an Evo Cup for a Evo version of this with the wing.
I'm on the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I built this car during that. That's what it was. That's why mine is a little better built than this one.
I'm looking at the wrong company.
Wrong company. It's to the left there. No. Go down.
I'm dyslexic, man. I can't figure out alphabetical
STG,
orders.
Right there.
All
Yeah,
right.
There you go. You got it. Now you got 3 stage 6s, and you got the good one. Body's usually a good one, but you're just short on fusions.
Yeah, not enough fusions to make it fast.
Not enough to build a T5. I would skip for now.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic. It messes me up, guys.
All right. Z4 M40i, very good car, Nolix. I can beat, or I think you can beat, Tempest 3 Tier 3 with that car without stage 6s. Okay, it's that fast. In fact, I may have an old video, well, not old, but a video on that somewhere. I'm trying to go off of memory here, so maybe it needs 1 stage 6. I can't, but I remember it didn't need much. Okay, so it's a very good T3 for Tempest 3, 2, and 1. And that's, in fact, my designated car on my newest account for that purpose. So...
Those of you calling me stupid and blind may not actually be... You may not actually be hecklers after all. You may be speaking the truth.
The truth hurts. Sometimes. Sometimes the truth is great. Like, I'm a good-looking guy. That's great truth. I love it.
Gray Man. How do you get out of the higher lobbies in live racing? Well... I don't know the exact details of what car you're running. I don't know its dyno time, and I don't know where you're at, but unless you're stuck in the Supermax lobby, generally you just have to run races going slower than your dyno time, and after 10 or 20 of those, you get pushed back into the slower lobbies. Now, if you're in the Supermax, that runs like 6.8, 6.9 cars, all the way up to like 7.5 or 7.6 cars. Most people try and do, if you don't want to be in the Supermax car, if you don't want to be in the Supermax lobby, make sure your car is like a 7.8 or slower, I would say, just to be sure. So you might want to refit, like if your car is in the Supermax lobby, you might want to take a few stage 6 parts off or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to drop parts. Actually, you know what, Denny, switch to my account real quick. Let me explain some things about getting bumped into Supermax lobbies and stuff like that. Because we're on the topic.
There we go.
All right, thanks. All right, so let me actually just. Okay, so I'm here with the RWB, right? One of the things that people have to look at is this is a car that's dynoing about 7.69, but it'll usually land in the 7.7 lobby. So it's actually okay there. But once you start driving it real hard, you can end up getting bumped even though you did nothing to it. Okay, that's just the way Supermax is kind of set up. If the game knows that your car can get to 7.6, even if you don't drive 7.6, sometimes it'll just go ahead and put you there. So one of the ways to kind of get your car into that lobby without the same problems is to run it with a little bit of a downgrade, meaning you remove a part or two. Let me show you something here. Okay, this is the Venom F5 concept, which actually I wanted to talk about this car because it's for sale. People are going to want to ask me if should I buy this. Well, can you fill out the fusion? That's the real question. But yep, that's right. Hallelujah. All right, so check this car out. 7.674 with one stage 6. Okay, full fusion. This is how fast this car is. In fact, this car will beat Harkness left and right at stage 5 only. Let's go ahead and take this to live, and then you can see what I'm talking about when it comes to dynoing and Supermax. You can stay in the slower lobby because your car isn't supposed to be that quick. So even though I have a car that's dyno in 7.6, because my car really is technically at performance point level a 7.8 to 8.2 car, if not slower, the game kind of doesn't kick me into Supermax that quickly. Assuming I can find somebody to race, that's going to be the real trick here. All right, Supra, look at that, perfect. I'll race the Supra. Okay, so you can run 7.7s pretty easily, and you're going to be able to compete pretty consistently. Oh, he doesn't want to race. I don't like you. I'm not racing you. Okay, let's see, somebody else. Everybody's in here swapping.
I'll tell you about my Supra when Max is done with this.
I can't find anybody to race. How about that? Because they're all busy. Everybody's that busy in here.
I'll tell you about my Supra right now while he's trying to find an opponent. Set it back to stage 4, run it without hitting your nitrous, and after you do that so many times, it runs slower than dyno, but it starts beating everybody in live racing, and then it doesn't get pushed into the faster lobbies. That's one of those few cars where you can find a weird sweet spot with it. So set it to stage 4, tune it for the highest Evo, just launch, all good shifts, don't hit your nitrous, that's it. If you guys have seen me driving that on my Sunday live streams like that every once in a while, it beats everyone. It's awesome.
Speaking of the TS1, the Zimbo.
Oh, that's a really cool looking car. Yeah. He said no. He was like, nope.
He said, no, I don't want to deal with you. Not you.
I ain't racing Max.
Right. He might be looking for a slower lobby or something. Boy, this is why I don't come to 7.7 very often, because quite honestly, if I can't find my own account, nobody really races me fast enough to justify the effort. Okay, if you go to 10-second lobby, you get jumped on. They're like, I'm ready to race you. 7.7, it's like, I'm busy. Go away.
Why would I be in the bathroom?
Yeah, see, these two guys obviously probably race each other, so if I challenge them, they're going to say, no, go away, you're interrupting. Let me see.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. These two probably are racing each other as well, but I'll give one of them a challenge and see.
If I see two guys with the same name or two guys that are in the same crew, generally, I don't bother those guys because they're trying to race their friends or their other accounts or whatever.
And that's particularly true in the faster lobbies. Almost everybody's swapping or racing their friends or something. So it's much harder to find people to race you. Now, all right, so I kind of lost my train of thought on what I was here for in the first place at this point. Something about not getting bumped into Hypermax or something like that, right? Okay, so this car runs 7.6 all out. And let's see what I just ran there. Now, I didn't launch it perfectly, so this probably is a 7.7 run anyway. So 7.717, that's a 7.773. Because the way the performance point is set up, I can run this a lot without getting pushed into a faster lobby. But if you take that Porsche, for example, from earlier that we used for Showdown, and I do the same thing a few times, there's a good chance I'm going to get moved to Supermax. So maxed out cars in this lobby doesn't do as well, unless it's just maxed at 7.8 or 7.78 range. You're more stable that way too. Supras tend to be, you need to drop some stage 6 off in order for the Supras to really stay in here very long-term stable. So a lot of it is part drop.
If you're going to be in the Supermax lobby, guys, your best bet is just to swap with people. In that lobby, almost everybody is honest about swapping too. Like when you're in the tier 4 cars or the slower tier 5 cars, there's a lot of cheaters who have the swap symbol or say, hey, let's swap, and then they don't. They cheat you. But in the faster lobbies, almost everybody's very, what's the word?
Honest?
Yeah, but I was looking for
honest
a different
swappers.
word.
Oh.
Yeah, very honest swappers, guys.
All right. So let's take a look at this car real quick at stage 5 only, because, you know, I mentioned earlier that it can destroy shacks. Oh, shacks. Of course it'll destroy shacks. I mean, it'll destroy Harkness. Yeah.
Problem is getting the fusion parts for that thing.
The only reason I even have the fusions because of all the events I've done with Hennessy. Remember, we've had quite a few, whether it's Made in America or other events where Hennessy was free crates. So we keep getting them. Flying Dragon had a question I missed because I was busy and live. What was the question? Let me try to scroll back and take a look.
Do you think the McLaren P1 GTR are worth getting for 6,000 gold? And I lost my place. Can it get you to the 1,200 trophies to get the prize car in the McLaren Showdown event?
So think about this. Think about this. Denny, think about this, right? You're spending 6,000 gold to get the same car in a different color to get the same car.
Nice.
That's what you're doing.
I wouldn't do it, guys.
It doesn't make any sense.
I wouldn't buy that car.
I mean, they're really the same car with just different livery. That's all they are. So you're spending 6,000 gold to get a car in a different livery to go try to win a car in a different livery. That is really the same car. I guess if you get both cars, you net it to 3,000 each, in a sense. But you're going to be wasting a lot of resources to try to win. And don't forget, the F1 will destroy the P1 GTR fully maxed. So you're still going to struggle all the way to 1,200. And it's going to be frustrating. So my answer to that is no.
Ian wants to know if he should use his 2020 Corvette Stingray for Tempest 3 Tier 4. Well, question is, how many parts do you have for that thing? Think that's a great car, but more than likely you got to have it almost maxed out to get through that, I think.
You need it fully maxed, and even then I'm trying to recall. Without elite levels, I'm pretty sure you're not going to finish it with one car. Because it's going to have some problems at some point. I don't know if my latest list of cars that could beat all Tempest challenges included the 2020 Corvette. Right now I'm drawing a blank. My
understanding is it can do it, but I don't know if that's with or without the Elite Customs upgrades.
Yeah, I mean, the one I have on this account is Elite quite a bit, so I'm pretty sure it can do it. You know, for that sprint, that's really. Let me see if I can find that Corvette. Actually, I like the C8. Great live racer, that car. Especially maxed with some elite levels. Oh, here we go.
The main question is, how fast does it beat 260? What is it? 265?
It'll be 260, no problem. That it will do. What it struggles with isn't the 260. It's going to be the sprint.
Yeah, that's the two things. You need to make sure your car can beat the 260 some miles per hour, and you got to make sure it can do 0 to 100 in. I think they recently changed the time, and I'm not exactly sure what the new 0 to 100 time is.
Well, Eclivia told me they changed it back.
They said they did?
Yeah. Eclivia, can you confirm that? Because you told me earlier today that they changed it back to that 1.494 or 4 something again. Because for a while it was 1.36. It was crazy.
You know what? One of these days I'm going to have to get on one of these content accounts and blow through Tempest 1, 2, and 3 and make a video of the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You see, even fully maxed, without fine-tuning it, you're looking at 1.674, and I'm at elite level 28, so I have extra fusions. That's going to be the issue.
Now, what happens when you crank your final drive all the way to the right?
It
already is. It already is. Okay.
Yeah. And, I mean, you can lower it, actually, to, say, try to tweak it a little bit. It actually gets a little better, because it won't need to go through more than, say, 2 gears to get there, really. But the issue is that it's just not going to get... I mean, 1.4s might be possible if I get some more elite level, but it's harder to get it because of the way they have this car set up. Okay, so as good as this car is, that sprint is what's going to hold you up. But look at the speed here, 233. No, and if you do this, it'll go a lot higher, and then all you have to do is you just mess with this a little bit and use nitrous late. You can easily get 260. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong spot. 260 is no problem. I mean, we're talking 290s already here. I forget that Tempest is half mile, not quarter mile. Okay, so 260 mile per hour is not the issue. The issue is going to be the getting through the sprint in Tempest.
Now, guys, all right, someone just said, how do I know if my car is going to be good at these things? Well, there's a channel on YouTube called Zoocar, and he's got maxed out shift patterns and tunes for pretty much every car in the game, and you can get an idea of if the car is fast on 0 to 100 times, or if it's got high top speed or whatever by that. But of course, you can always tweak it again. So, I mean, bottom line is you can always look it up on YouTube to see what it does. Or if you've already got one that's highly upgraded, you can play around with the tune and do some tests and see what you can get it to do, basically.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I can give you, honestly.
Yeah, the speed traps are half mile for Tempest. I just want to clarify for that. It's not quarter mile. Okay, it's quarter mile for all other events that we've had recently. But for Tempest, they're half mile. This is why 260 mile per hour, if it was 260 mile per hour in the quarter mile for tier 4,
yeah,
I don't think anybody's going to make it through that. Okay, they're just not, there may be 1 or 2 cars that can do quarter mile 260 miles per hour in tier 4. So it's half mile, but only for Tempest. Everything
I believe
else
it's a little shorter
mile.
than half mile, actually.
Well, I mean, we have quarter and half. I mean, that's really all we got between the 2 racing styles.
I'm almost positive it's not the full half mile on the Tempest speed traps. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive.
I mean, you know, if somebody's on Tempest and just can verify that, 260 in the quarter mile is not possible, Eclivia, not for tier 4 cars. Even the best tier 4s struggle with 230s in the quarter mile. So look at, I mean, this car is fully maxed, elite 28. I'm getting 230 in the quarter mile. So it's just not, it can't be quarter mile. And we can even take a even better car. Let's take a look at the M5 competition. And I know that car doesn't do 260 in the quarter mile. And that car can definitely beat Tempest. Where is it?
Yeah, it sucks having to switch cars, but most people end up switching your cars once or twice during Tempest 3 tier 4. I mean, that's the hardest Tempest of all, is tier 3. Tempest 3 tier 4. Goodness gracious, yep. That's a time.
Tempest 3 tier 4 is the toughest.
Tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. Try saying that really fast.
Smoke 'em Charger, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you later.
Sending me a pic in Messenger. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this picture in Messenger to verify what, because Eclivia's telling me it's definitely quarter mile, and I have literally saved all my screenshots from Tempest 3, tier 4 and tier 1 through 5 actually. So, and I've done enough videos that I can guarantee you it's not quarter mile. If it's quarter mile, we wouldn't have 2 cars that can do it. So, it's 260 in the half mile is what is supposed to be done for the speed trap challenge in Tempest. Okay.
Yeah, Ryan, the attack package GTR is one of the cars that can make it all the way through without having to change.
Yep.
There's like 15 or 16 cars that can do that. The rest of them cannot.
Yep.
Thomas is playing 8-ball pool.
Oh yeah, 8-ball pool. All right, so I understand the NSXR can do a really high mile per hour, but I'm just saying for Tempest 3 Tier 4, it's not 260 in the quarter mile. If that was the case, when this Tempest first came around, none of the cars available at the time could have done it. I mean, it's literally, there just wasn't enough cars at the time that can even make it through that. So, it's just not, I don't see it being quarter mile. I mean, I know I've had this argument with people over and over again. Yes, it's quarter mile for almost every other event we have now, but it's half mile for that Tempest one. Okay, that's all I'm saying. All right, now, let's go ahead and go back. It's quarter mile from Tier 1 through 3 because Tier 1 through 3 only does a quarter mile.
Yeah.
But it's half mile in Tier 4 and 5, as Isaac is saying. That's the point. Okay, so... All right, let's not beat a dead horse here. Let's move on.
Marvin, what is the best car to beat Tempest 1 Tier 4? Well, there's a lot of cars that can do it, no problem. But this is my recommendation. If you're new to the game, which I'm guessing you're pretty new if you're just getting the Tempest 1 Tier 4, you probably don't have a whole lot of really awesome Tier 4 cars yet. If you do, this may not apply to you. But if you don't, buy the GTR from the dealership. Keep buying those and stripping those because that will drop stage 6 parts and fusion parts for that car. And then you can max that thing out and it'll beat Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 pretty easily as long as you have enough parts into it. Now Tempest 3, that car is not going to work, but the first 2 Tempest races, I always suggest the GTR from the dealership for people who are kind of newer to the game and don't have a lot of Tier 4 cars yet.
Yeah, Tempest 1... The advantage is that there are no speed traps and no sprints. Really, it's all about what your car can run. There might be sprints, I forgot, but I think there's basically just you can use a fully maxed car the whole time. That's the whole point of that. You do not have performance point limitations. So you may have some sprints, but everything is based on as built as your car is. So for Tempest 1 Tier 4, get the car that can be built the fastest, which GTR, Aston Martin, Vanquish, or even the Viper, which I don't like, but that's an option too. So, I'm not going to open a gold crate for fun because there's nothing worth getting at the moment. And quite frankly, it takes me like 6 seasons to save 10 gold keys, so I don't want to do that. He's saying on the video account. On the video account.
Shiz. I really don't know which cars are going to be able to lock in for the Pagani event yet. I don't think they've really given that much information out. Normally, we don't really know until it pops up on the map and we can click on it and look, unfortunately. Do you have any information on that, Max?
Nothing too solid, but two things that are consistent with these events right now.
Paid cars are in them.
Sciences, you're going to have 2 paid cars. That's a given. The other piece that has been consistent so far with McLaren and soon to be Aston Martin Supercar Sciences, they're introducing a new car. And that happened in Bugatti as well. They always introduce a new car in one of these Supercar Sciences that nobody has. So you're going to have to buy that one. And then potentially, if you didn't buy the other paid car in some past event, you have to buy that one. So you basically have to buy 2 cars, no matter what, to make it through the event. So that's consistent. Okay. We'll have to see with the Pagani. I know that they have some new car, old cars, but may not have enough to really justify 2 new paid cars on that event.
I'm going to go ahead.
Mola. So, So
I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open a gold crate, guys.
Oh God, have fun.
I'm waiting till something says now, like when my psychic abilities tell me now, I'm gonna open it. Sorry for cutting you off there, Max.
No, it's all good.
I usually try and wait till it sounds like you're done, but you weren't done. All right, guys, it's telling me you're almost there. It says get ready to pull, and right about now. What am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Come on, come on, come on. 3 stars! I hate my life.
Good Lord.
I hate my life. All right, who wants to take bets on what this car is?
Bet on the tier. Bet on the tier.
It's gonna be that stupid BMW Black Series, guys.
Tier 4.
BMW Black Series is what I'm saying. All right. Let's go and open this turd box and see what kind of crap sandwich it gave me. Ah, son of a...
Oh, man. One of the favorite Tier 5 3 stars to give to you.
It's the worst freaking car in the game. Well, maybe not quite, but...
Oy. I think, well, at least it's got an interesting purple color. It's like, what is that? Lavender. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jump off of my window right now. Unfortunately, it's only about 5 feet, so I probably won't die, but...
I'm gonna dive out my window right now and land in the grass.
I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
Man.
I'm just gonna jump out of my window, guys.
All right, I'm gonna go back and answer a quick question from from Dragon, Flying Dragon 100. He said,
"All right, go for it."
Can you beat Tempest and get through Tempest campaign story with the Legends card that you have to restore? Now, that's a little vague question, but I'll try to decipher it. Legend cards fully restored that's tunable can be used in Tempest. If you can't tune the car, you can't change the performance points, then you probably don't want to use it for Tempest. You just be stuck. So the answer is yes, you could use a Legend car, but you probably want to use a fully restored one, okay, just to be safe. Not to say that for Tempest 1, you may be able to even get through with a non-restored car with fusions, but I would definitely try to restore it. So hopefully that answers the question. Isaac got an avocado green silhouette Lambo. Ooh, avocado green.
Uncle,
see that.
Uncle, that is a Fast and Furious car, so it will probably be offered again. I'm not sure when, but next time the Fast and Furious event pops up, it's quite possible that that car might be part of the event, or it might be on the one after that. But one of these days, it'll probably be offered again during one of the Fast and Furious events.
Yeah, comments correct about the Legend Tier 4s. They're all buffed. They do the 260 mile per hour easily, but none of them can finish the sprints, at least not sprint 47. So that's where you're going to have problems. But it's not a bad car. Okay. So, you know, the point is, I think Eclavia and I are arguing over something that's not quite what we're. So Eclavia says, okay, the car can do 260 in the quarter. That's nice. What I'm saying is the challenge is in a half mile, not in a quarter mile. So it doesn't matter that your car can do 260 in the quarter. That's not the challenge. The only challenge you need to worry about is getting it through 260 mile per hour in the half. Okay, so let's not lose sight of what we're talking about here. Now, for some event that's coming up potentially in Tier 4, that's different. If it's a quarter mile challenge, some of the Tier 4s can hit it, but that's not what we're doing in Tempest 3 Tier 4.
All I can say is it's too bad that this car is a freaking nightmare to drive because it is beautiful.
Oh, this car? Yeah.
This car is beautiful.
Very nice looking car.
But I don't know what it's like on stage 5, but I know on stage 6, you don't want to shift it. Unless it's a finger buster. Machine gun finger buster car, guys. But God, is it beautiful. I would drive this.
So let's see here. So this whole thing with the challenges in Tempest is starting to why doesn't the screen show the player ID? It does. It's covered up by the word Danny Lightning.
Why are you trying to steal my account?
We want to see the ID to verify you're truly
a
CSR2 player.
You gotta cover up your player IDs, guys, if you're gonna be on live with them, because hackers can mess up your account. Anyways, I want to know why they put
agreement over whether that can actually happen, but why risk it? Right?
Yeah, that's true. I want to know why they put rusty rims on this.
Yeah, I mean, I was told by some people they cannot, and then they have to know your actual email account that it's linked to. But why risk it? That's my attitude.
Yeah, definitely not worth risking it. But why did they put rusty rims on this car, guys? I don't get these rims. I mean, this would be so nice with a different set of rims. I don't know. I think this one's a lot slower than the boss version, though.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and run some Showdown races, guys. I'm going to get in my little Porsche RWB and run some Showdowns. Or should I... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Alright.
Barton Yates, I use something called OBS Studio, and you just hit the little plus button next to where it says sources, and you click image, and then you tell it the image you want to put on the screen, and there it is. Then you just size it to where you and drag it to where you want it. But it's a PC program. If you have AZ screen recorder on your phone, you can actually add, you have to watch an ad and it lets you add your own watermark, and you can just type in your name or whatever you want on it to block out your ID. So OBS Studio or AZ screen recorder, depending on if you're a PC or a phone.
Yeah, AZ screen recorder is good for phones. I used it before when I started making videos on AZ screen recorder. It's quite effective. So.
Hello? Did we freeze? What's happening here?
No. You're trying to change cars. It takes a while. Just if you click too many times, it'll kick you back just like that. Click once and be patient.
Husk Gaming said he or she needs to go to bed. All right, well, thank you for stopping by, even if you can't stay for very long.
Yep, have a good night.
Very nice to see you, but I hope you get a really good night's sleep, and I would rather sleep than watch my live stream anyways.
Well, most people tell me they watch my videos, they'll put them to sleep, so it's great. I'm like, don't need those pills. I just got to watch his videos. He'll drone me right to sleep. So, when you have that professor voice where you just monotono, that's the quickest way to put somebody to bed.
This 911 RWB, I got this as a milestone prize car probably like 2 years ago, maybe. I can't remember which season it was, but... And I totally screwed up my launch, guys. I'm supposed to let go of the gas at number 2, and I let go at number 1, so I messed that one up.
Thomas says, your voice is relaxing. That's my new calling, man. I should go and make a bunch of voice recordings and sell it as what are they called? When you have what do they call sleeping pills? Is a particular type of effect. So I'm gonna
hallucinogenic.
No, not hallucinogenic. What are you kidding me? Come on, man. No. It's a
methamphetamine.
I mean, it's a depressant in a way, but I don't want to call it the depressing.
A downer. Is that what you're trying to say?
A downer. No, a downer is kind of a negative connotation too. Well,
Well,
I'll have
crap,
to figure
man.
out something positive.
I sleepy.
the sleep aid recording of Maxthegamer. Melatonin, that's the actual chemical that's in your brain that puts you to sleep, I think. But
Yes, it is, but you can get vitamins of that as well.
yeah.
They make me
All right,
not
we're
able to
getting off
sleep.
topic. We're getting off
That's all
topic.
right.
Let's not put our viewers to sleep. Let's go back to racing here. This is important.
Irish J, what are you talking about? He says he didn't know he could use something until my channel, but I'm not 100% sure what you were talking about there.
No, Lex, I have the 918 Spider. What do you need to know about it?
Someone's saying Noro Supra is in the dealership. Is
Noro
it for
Supra-
sale? Can we
I
actually
don't
buy
think
it?
it's for sale. I don't think so. Let me check in the dealership while you're still racing. Hold on.
I don't
I
have a
haven't seen it in
medicine
the dealership
cabinet.
either. Is that under the Elite Tuners tab, or it's probably under there?
I would just look in the Toyota tab.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's probably easier. Oh, it's a glitch. The Crow saying it's a glitch.
Ah, I see.
Because I remember Mill saying that's not a car that is available to players. So that it seems to me it'd be surprising that it would be in the dealership.
Is this the crow that runs the Reddit page? If so, you do a pretty awesome job over there.
Ah, yes, I read a page. Yes, very nice.
I don't go to it that often because every time I used to post there, somebody would always like people were just so negative. It seems like it's different now though, but I remember I'd post something and everybody would chew me out.
It's because
So I stopped posting there, but that was like 3 years ago. I'm not sure if you were even there at the time, but
I don't think I've gotten on Reddit until more recently. So yeah, awesome to have you with us, Crow. I mean, that's really cool that you decided to join us on a stream.
But you guys know that, I think I mention it every time, but you guys know when I do those top 30 cars and I show that list, there's a link to that in my video's descriptions, and the Crow's the one who actually puts that list together. Him and some of his buddies, they do an awesome job at that thing, too. Crow's great. Crow's great over there. And thank you, Crow. I'm pretty sure I have a link to that Reddit page on my YouTube channel, if I remember correctly.
Well, Flying Dragon, high trophies come from having a max car that is also close to being the apex car in a particular showdown, meaning you want not only a max car, you always want a max car that is also one of the fastest cars maxed in a particular showdown. We both happen to have this car. I actually have the lawnmower on my main account, the green one. So, you know, I can't get over calling it the lawnmower because of that one picture somebody posted on Reddit or on Facebook.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
A little kid pushing it as a lawnmower. That was great. So
It's
ever
got that-
since then, it's been stuck.
It's got that big giant spoiler on it that looks like a lawnmower handle or a bookcase or something. So.
Oh yeah. It's hilarious, that car. And you know what? People call that the Ricer wing because, you know, you used to see that kind of funky stuff on Honda Civics. And I was just telling Danny, this tuner that did the RWB, I believe, is from Japan. So you can't really call it a Ricer wing because it is actually from the land of rice. I mean, Rising Sun. Rising Sun, that's what I meant. But, you know, yeah, it's a Ricer wing. So just be glad it's not bigger because it could be twice as tall.
Flying.
What they call bazooku cars? They have some crazy wings on them too, and lips.
Flying Dragon, sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. I will say that. Depends on what you're trying to do, I think. Not everything's easy for us either. I've been playing for like 4 years, probably longer now, so... Like, Max has been playing a little longer than I have, I believe. So we've acquired all kinds of crap over the huge period of time that we've been playing, you know?
Yeah. I've never hit 3,000 trophies in a showdown because I have never wanted to play that hard.
I don't think
I've never seen it hit that high most showdowns.
I'm not sure if I've even hit 2,000, to be honest with you guys. I think around like 1,800, 16, 18 was my highest ever. But yeah, it's you gotta really just like, you gotta be perfect at shifting and have a the fastest maxed out car. How many trophies do I even have? I don't know.
You're like 1,600 or something, right? It's up there.
1,464. Usually I don't get too much further than this, but this is why I do the showdowns, guys. Like I keep at the showdowns as much as possible just for these tokens.
Yep. Corey, I did not do a spreadsheet. I'm not a spreadsheet guy. I have to be honest with you guys. I suck at documenting because I don't like to do spreadsheets. I record videos to document stuff because I'm not into writing stuff down. So I never did a spreadsheet on the live lobbies, and we did talk about, the lobby brackets or the specific lobbies. There are many charts flying around that are pretty close to being accurate anyway. Oh, what did you do? Oh, 0 RPM drop. Not good.
You do want a perfect start on this, sort of. But if you let go of the gas just a little bit too soon, unfortunately that happens.
All right, Denny, let me show you how I launched this car. Let me just...
So you want me to change over to your account?
Yeah, switch over to me real quick. I just want to show you the method. Maybe you can try it out. You might like it. Because I can still get the 0 RPM drop, but not very often.
All right, guys.
My game still hasn't crashed.
Now Max is going to show us how it's done.
Not how it's done, it's how I do it. There's difference. Now, I was doing the RPM drop like you are doing right now. When I started the showdowns, in fact, even in my video, I was doing that. But today I was testing my old launch method, and I think I got the timing down, is what I'm trying to say.
All right. So, I can't launch like Max does. It really messes me up every time I try and do this. Max is really good at the way he launches, but I have a hard time with it.
Right. So what I do is I tap launch button at the beginning of 1. So as soon as I see 1, basically 1, tap. And it almost always gives me a near perfect launch without any issue with RPM drop. And I was using this, this is the method I've been using today. Yesterday and the day when I made the video, I was still using the release method. But then I retested it, and it's not worth it to do the release method if I can get it just as good this way. And this way, if you time it, timing itself requires some consistency too, but if you can time it pretty good, it's very efficient, and the chance of getting the RPM drop is also smaller. You can still get it, okay? Don't get me wrong. I've had a few RPM drops, but very rare compared to not getting RPM drops. So even if I botch the timing slightly late, it usually still allows me to get a okay run. So this is the way I do it right now for both cars, and it gives me pretty consistent runs in general.
I'm going to try this, and I'll let you know what happens. I'm not going to show you folks at home because it might be a train wreck disaster for all I know. Yeah, Flying Dragon, buddy, it takes very long to gather up all these tokens. Like, I was lucky when Elite Customs came out. I'll tell you when I'm finished with this race. It did not work.
You probably hit the button too early.
I lost the race. Stop there!
Hold on. Start off slightly. So what you want to do is you want to see the 1, right? It has to switch to 1, but you don't want to wait till the red flash because then it's too late. So it's right when the number switches to 1, you just tap the launch button. You don't actually let go. Do not let go of the gas. Okay, it's just a tap. Now, if you tap too early, you can still get a 0 RPM drop, but generally, once I see the 1, I just drop. Now, that one's slightly early, but it didn't hurt my run that much. It'll be slower than my other runs, but it won't hurt it terribly. Okay, so it just, your eyes have to be trained to do that timing is what it comes down to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I
All right,
find it
so-
easier.
How long ago did the Elite Tuners, not Elite Tuners, the Elite Customs cars, they've been out for what, about a year now? Would you say?
The Elite Custom's been out for about a year at least, yeah. Because some
See-
people have gotten pretty far in that.
The reason I have so many tokens is because I didn't spend very many tokens on making cars elite. I didn't really care about it. I'm just going to run my cars the way they are. And I was lucky. I had almost enough to max out my Supra really quickly. Mainly because I didn't spend hardly any of those tokens over the last year. So they accumulated and they accumulated. It still wasn't enough to max it out. I did have to win a bunch of... I got lots of blues. I got lots of reds. And I have a decent amount of golds. But I ran out of greens. So the greens are the ones I'm having the hard time with. But yeah,
I run out different ones depending on what car I'm trying to do. But the greens you run out. Once you got enough greens, it's the blue that's going to run out, and then the next one, right? You're always out of something. So it's just been the way it's been. So,
but I'm pretty sure I'm going to save my tokens, and from now on, I'm not going to spend any more tokens until that WRX STI comes out. That way, I can elite that. Car. I want to elite that thing as quick as possible. So I think I'm going to leave my GTR and my Skyline exactly where they are.
Now, Corey, with the lobby times, what I found is this. Lobby times are pretty straightforward, that they're broken down in about approximately 2/10. So, 9.999, and then it's to the next 2/10 down. Then the next 2/10 down has been pretty consistently broken down that way. However, different cars react differently to lobby times, and you can end up with a car that looks like it's in the wrong lobby somehow, but it's actually because of the car, not because of the lobby. So you have to be careful not to get too locked into the whole lobby time concept. And some cars will ride the slower edge of the lobby and win, and some cars will ride the top edge of a lobby and lose. So it's weird. It's not as simple as just knowing the lobby times, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I lost that one. How nice. Okay, need to pay more attention.
Yeah, they don't make it easy to get the tokens, guys. It's designed to take you a really long time to get through all these storyline races, or take a lot of your money. One or the other.
Yeah.
You either got to open up your wallet or be really patient, guys.
Yeah, I'm not the most patient guy, but I'm also cheap, so it kind of works out. I'm forced to be patient because I'm cheap.
Autumn's got some good advice there. He says, don't max out your tokens or you'll lose some. Yeah, if you don't, there is a cap on how many you can have. They just raised it, I guess. I don't know what, but I think they just raised it recently.
Yeah.
It used to be 10,000. What is it now? 15,000?
15,000. And I think some people have their cap removed already, too, because they can go over that. Huh. Oh, that's a good run from that guy. 7.716. That's a very nice run, actually. And I'm losing trophy counts now, so I'm going to have to get my act together here. Now, I early shifted the car. This car doesn't like to be early shifted. You really have to shift right before red line, or right before here for each gear, even if you kind of worry about hitting red line. If you early shift it, it really hates it. So it has to be like right near the end. See, this one's a little better run because of it. Because when you early shift that first gear, it kills your run too. Very sensitive, these cars.
Tushar, I guess you're going to bed, huh? Good night, buddy. Catch you later, and thanks for stopping by. You have a great night, and I hope you sleep well. Ooh, Barton said he's got 17,000 greens.
Yeah. So
that's a lot. That's a lot. Can I borrow some of those?
Give me some.
Max doesn't want to borrow them. He just says, "Give me them tokens." He said, "Give me those tokens, Bart."
I'll take it. Be a sweetheart and buy my crew 30 gold. I'm too cheap to buy my crew. Oh, wait a minute, I already did. Never mind. No, you know what I was telling Danny earlier? I said, I'm not getting my Starbucks latte today because I bought my crew the Valentine's Day offer. And don't forget, I'm part of 3 crews, so it's actually 3 lattes. So
dang, you spent $9.
Yeah, $10, man. That can almost get you a Big Mac meal. And
he's big ballin', boys. He's a baller. What's that song? Baller, shot caller.
It's $3 for us. I think. Well, no, is it $3.99 or $3? It's pretty cheap.
I don't think I sang that very well, did I? That was probably really bad. I feel like I was out of tune and everything.
I was too busy yapping. So you're spared by judgment here.
Well, everybody else heard that crap.
Oh, thank you, Odom. Thank you. I don't consider myself the best at shifting or anything, but I watch a lot of Zukar's videos and try to emulate it as closely as possible because he has optimal tunes and shift patterns, but it's very hard to duplicate it.
I'm pretty sure Max once said that he sucks at shifting in one of his videos.
Yeah, I'm not that good. Believe me, I'm not.
You seem alright, bud. You seem pretty good to me.
This car is easy to drive. Because it takes a while for the needle to get there, right? So you have time to think ahead. Like the F1, I just close my eyes and tap really fast. That's all I could do. So
Zukar's duplicator? What's that mean?
I'm Zukar's duplicator. I'm trying to duplicate shift patterns.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if somebody else got something that's good, there's nothing wrong with using it. I mean, it's in the end, you're complimenting them by copying them, but there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with that.
I'll tell you what, guys. After I figure out a shift pattern, the first thing I do is go over to Zukar's channel to see if he's got the same one or if he found something better than me. I don't know if he actually figures them out or not, but he's able to hit the fastest times either way. But sometimes I go over there and he's got something way better than what I came up with. Most of the time I end up with the same thing, which is cool. I like figuring them out myself. To me, that's fun. It's fun to figure them out. But I hate when I go over there and I'm like, oh man, he had something better than I did. And then I give him credit because then I'll say, hey, I didn't figure this one out. Zukar did. But I'll still make the video,
Das Martin is good. And Das Martin also has help from someone that I chat with, Renaissance Man. Because I noticed that he did give credit to Renaissance Man on a few, Eric, his name's Eric, a few of his tunes. And these are all guys that love the game and love playing with different stuff. We're all the same, we're just trying to figure out stuff and then everybody enjoys it. So it's great. But yeah, give credit where it's due. If someone else has something better, I have nothing against that and I support them. So
yeah, CSR2 Mafia has been putting out a lot of good max shift pattern videos as well.
Yep.
Only thing I noticed with him though is sometimes he'll put out like 4 different videos for the same car where I think he changes it up a little here and there, but he's got some pretty good stuff on his too.
Everybody has their own thing, so there's nothing wrong with sharing info. Right? In the end, it helps everybody out.
Yep.
Too early on the shift. No, I can still win this. Please, let me win. I have enough of a lead. I think I'm going to get that one.
But yeah, sometimes it's good to check multiple different sources to try and figure things out because you never know when somebody might find something a little better, so can't hurt to look around, you know what I mean? Between me, Max, Zukar, CSR2 Mafia, Das Martin, and a few other guys, and if you go over to the Reddit page and stuff, there's all kinds of pretty awesome info around on this game.
Yeah, and I think it's good that you share. Come on, I bought $80 one time and showed it on a video. Now I can't say I'm cheap. Now being cheap doesn't mean you never spend money. Okay, being cheap just means that you're very calculated when it comes to spending it. So
now, of course, if you guys are watching other people's videos, you're cheating on me, but I guess that's okay. We might have to get divorced, guys. okay? We might have to get divorced, but...
Wait, does that mean I get half of your subscribers? Because, that's how it works, right?
Never mind.
I think half your subscribers, all of my subscribers plus. So I can't lose on this deal.
Well, I was talking to the people in the game chat, Max.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
Hopefully all my subscribers go over to your channel. The bot does
I'm getting a lot. I do appreciate you always giving me a shout out.
The bot does always post a link to Max's channel, so if you guys see that pop up, if you don't mind, click on it and give Max some subs, guys. He's very knowledgeable and he always helps out, answers a lot of questions and stuff. Even on my channel, on the live streams, he's always here to try and help you guys as well. So definitely sub to Max if you can.
I like these guys are saying 1,000 gold would be the best. Listen, if you guys gonna ask for it, ask big, man. Tell Natural Motion give us each 1,000,000 gold since we're asking anyway. Why hold back and only ask for 1,000 gold? No, I want 1,000,000 gold.
I want 10 billion.
10 billion gold. Just make sure I never have to buy gold again in this
1 billion zillion gold. Yeah.
Did the same green Porsche beat me twice in a row? Or
Probably.
It was 2 green Porsches that beat me in 2 races? Because I just lost the 2 green ones right now.
Nah, I don't have an Instagram. I'm not really too big on social media or anything like that. Like, I log into my Facebook like once every 3 or 4 months, generally. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I'm so busy answering questions on my 3 YouTube channels, plus chatting with people about different things that I need to chat with them about. Takes up a lot of time, guys.
Oh, it's the lawnmower.
There's the lawnmower.
How to drive that thing, I'm going to lose, but...
That's the worst spoiler I've ever seen on any car in my life.
Wow, he's going to pass me right about... Whoop, yep, he did. Okay. Yeah, that car actually doesn't launch as hard, but it always pulls past the Gold Star about 3/4 the way down the track. Makes me want to jump on my other account and use the same car, but that's all right.
Good luck on 2 billion game cash, Barton. That would be sweet, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I think your game cash goes negative after 2 billion. That's as many digits as the game can handle. So, there's been 1 or 2 days where I got the free gas. Most days they're not giving it to me. Today I got 15 gas. Yesterday I didn't get any. The day before I don't think I got any. Like 2 or 3 times now I've got the free gas, but most days it's not showing up. Yeah, it depends. I think it depends on what. I think maybe you have to play or something. Is that one of the requirements? I forgot what it is.
I play every day. I mean, crap.
That's true. Yeah, we both play every day. My video account, which I don't play every day, had 45 gas pips or something. Because I finally decided to use it, and I'm like, I am on white gas for the longest time. I started to worry that I had a glitch. In fact, I told my crew I may have a glitch. And I was like, I hope I don't get banned for this, because this is not right. And then it started going down. I was like, whew, all right. But, man, that was crazy. It was like, it's all free. It was all from their adding all their free 15. They keep giving it to you for a few days.
Yeah.
So it looks like my trophy wall right now, it's around 1,500. I'm basically bouncing up and down. This is kind of where you're not going to get any further kind of deal unless you just get lucky and get a bunch of guys that, 0 RPM drop or run really slow. So, all right. Oh. This one I have a chance. So I'm going to have to try to get this done.
I hope I remember to make a video on next season tomorrow. I usually try to do that the day after the Prestige Cup, which actually should have been today. I forgot to do it again, guys. I'll try and get that out for y'all tomorrow. Next season's milestone car and all that junk. I like to use the word junk, don't I?
Junk, yes. I think the British word is rubbish, right? They like to use the word rubbish.
Yeah.
This car is rubbish. Oh wait, so gas videos are working. That's great. Not obviously, I'm not going to watch it while I'm on live stream, but that's a nice return to the norm, I guess. Neat. Bourbon neat. I guess he likes his bourbon neat. Bourbon neat is going to beat me too.
I actually got to look at the notes I have. I haven't even looked to see what the milestone car was next season, but tomorrow I'll put out a video on that. I'll get my little notes out and see what's on there, and I'll let you guys know what's coming up for next season. So be on the tune for that. Be on the tune for that. Be on the lookout for that. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm about to take a pee break, so I will return in just a minute. So I will leave you guys with Max for a few minutes. I think I'll take my phone in there and while I'm taking a pee, buy my crew some free gold. So I'll be right back, guys.
I think this season's car obviously is what, that Alfa Romeo car, the Rice style version, and then next season's the TVR.
Hey, right? Get rid of my secrets.
The GTA, right? That's the one that's this season, and that car really isn't all that impressive. I'll have to be honest. I test drove it on the video content account, and I'm not impressed with it. But hey, D Black from my crew, David. Shout out to Helena Hitman for showing up. And I don't know if I saw a guy from my other crew here. Usually somebody from the other crew shows up too. So if you're here, say something. So next season's the Sagaris, Sagaris, I guess is how it's pronounced. 911 GT3 RS Wisik package. The Wisik package really isn't that impressive to me either. It's not a bad car, but I don't know. I don't have too many Porsches in the game that I'm super excited about. Let's see. Alpha not that real impressive in real life either. Oh, somebody here might be like an Alfa Romeo diehard, man.
Oh,
you're gonna upset someone. Now, Bosco is saying that the Alpha's not that impressive in real life either.
All right, so everybody in my crew should have 30 gold in their inbox.
The R11 RWB are all the same. It doesn't matter the color. They have orange, green. I mean, as long as the gold stars runs the same speed, I don't think it's going to be any, It's a WASIC package.
It's only the paid cars that they came out with two versions of the same car in a different color, and one's faster than the other.
Yeah, they're just different colors.
And the Cento Daihatsu's like that as well. Same cars, but one's a little faster. It's weird how they do that on a few cars. You're welcome, Thomas. Did you get it? Did it show up?
Generally speaking, Porsche has more diehard fans than other brands too. So, calling it the "we suck" package probably won't go over well.
The Porsches sure do look cool.
Oh, 7696. Yes. What a run. What a run. I did not expect to get that.
That's the best run I've ever seen.
7696. Yes, baby. I must have gotten the launch like dead on correct. No, that's not world record. That's like 7.692 or something like that. But at least I got a 7.69, so it's possible. It's possible. All right. Now, BMW has a cult following too. Okay. And they're usually pretty snobbish about it too, driving like, whatever's on the road. I mean, BMW drivers have a rep.
Well, I'll tell you,
I'm a former owner.
I don't really like BMW drivers. Like, I don't like BMWs because of the stereotypical BMW driver, honestly. Now, BMW has some really awesome cars, but there's so many of these guys out there that buy a BMW just to say, look, I've got a fancy car. Look, I've got a fancy car. And to me, that's kind of ruined BMW. Because, I mean, BMW does have some sweet stuff, but most of the guys that buy the BMWs just to show off buy like not even the cool BMWs, you know what I mean?
The 325i or the 328 now, but yeah, they usually buy like the base model version, rather than the upgraded one. But
and
let's not knock anybody for their car choices. I mean, I'm a former BMW owner, so I can't, I like BMWs enough to buy 2 of them.
Now,
so.
I will say I do know some people that own BMWs, and they're not like that. But I've met so many that own BMWs that are. It's kind of ruined it for me. Same thing with Mercedes. Like, I know so many snobby Mercedes owners too. Was just like, oh, it almost makes me dislike it. Even though Mercedes does have some amazing cars. Hopefully, you guys understand what I'm saying there.
I don't know about getting that run again. That was like, I don't even know how I got that run in. I mean, it is in the launch point. I must have landed right next to the 0 RPM drop point on the launch. And then all the shifts and everything else came out perfectly too for that run. But duplicating it, probably not going to be easy. That's the best run I've ever done with this car, the 696. So
now I'll tell you guys what. There's a BMW that drives around my neighborhood. I'm pretty sure it's the ASC2 Sport. I think. I can't quite tell. I've never been able to get close enough to actually read the badge on the back, but he constantly drives down the street. I'm just like, dude, that BMW is amazing. Like, I would love to have that. That's one of the few BMWs I would actually want to own. But I'm pretty sure it's the ASC2 Sport that the guy's driving. Looks awesome. It's even got a really loud muffler on it. It's like an old guy too.
Well, there's a M2, you know that, right? So it could be an M2, which is a pretty awesome car.
It looks just like the one in this video game that I own. Let me find it. I'll show you the car that's driving around my neighborhood, at least I think. I mean, it's almost a dead-on. I mean, does the M2 look like the ASC2? Do they look similar?
It looks similar. The ASC is a tuning house. So was it ASC? It's it's AC Schnitzer. I believe it's the brand of the tuner. So AC Schnitzer is a tuning house. So that's like a tuned M2 is what it comes down to.
I think this is the one here. I'm going to switch back over to my account in just a second.
Right, so and then you have Brabus, which is very famous too. Brabus is a big tuning house for German cars.
But a car that looks almost identical to this. I think this is the one, but there's a car that looks almost identical to this, same color and everything, that drives around my neighborhood.
AC Schnitzel.
But for some reason, I love this car. I don't know what it is about it, but his might actually be slightly different. His front end doesn't look exactly the same, but it's extremely similar to this. Like the wheel well in the back kind of has that nice like rounded bulge out, kind of like the wide, almost like a little bit of a wide body kit, but not quite. But every time I see that drive down the street, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in love.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. There are some really cool BMWs out there, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, BMW guys will turn around and say, "Well, you guys are just jealous that we got it." I mean, to some degree, they might be right. But yeah, Brabus, as someone mentioned earlier, is a big tuner for Mercedes. They have some mean cars. They have some real mean cars.
Never heard of that.
Yep, Brabus is a big tuning house. Yeah, and thank you, Robert. I know you said that I was doing really good with the car. I saw that comment earlier. Robert Mason. So, yeah, I mean,
Let's find
Switching
out.
back to my normal launching method because I'm more familiar with it and comfortable with it actually helped me do better. Because when I was doing the release method, I actually screw up a lot more often. So this is easier for me, and I'm actually doing a little better because of it. But I think I'm pretty much at the limit of where I can be without starting to run into a lot of the lawnmowers and other cars. So should I still risk it and keep going, or just forget it, and take a break? That's always the judgment call when you get to something like 1600 with the Gold Star. By tomorrow, I could probably move up, but each day you hit like a certain limit because other people are still racing in that range.
This guy's car does not have the M series badge on the back. It's an all black badge. It doesn't have the red and blue M series badge. Unless, I don't know, it does look a lot like the M2 though.
Yeah, well, it probably starts off from M2 and then goes beyond that to like the ACS for like Bosco saying, they're customized on top of what the base car is. So yeah, Bunker Spy, I don't hate them, but I dislike T5 PC cars being forced on us. On the one hand, it's a good thing because if you don't have it, you get a chance to get it off of silver keys. The bad thing is that $6 million to build it. And Porsches are not that easy to build to start with. So we'll have to see about next season. Let me see here.
Yeah, I do believe it must be some sort of M2 or something that looks exactly like it. I don't know what year his is.
I see the red Wi-Fi of death. That's never a good sign.
Uh-oh.
That could mean all my trophy that I showed on the screen here is going to get synced right back out. Oh, it's back. Good. Whew. All right, safe. Oh, man. I thought I was going to lose my trophies when it does like one of those sync. You have been synced back 50 races. Ha ha ha. Suffer.
It looks a lot like this, except for his looks way nicer than these ones I'm seeing in the photos. Maybe that's just a car that looks better in person, or maybe his is a slightly different year. They had a slightly different body style, but this is extremely close. All right,
you want to
enough
switch
about
to your screen and show it, or I mean,
I'm looking at it on my cell phone.
Oh, on your cell phone. Okay.
Anyways, enough of my neighbor's car, okay?
You obviously like it a lot. I mean, I can tell.
I don't know why, but I love it.
Yeah.
I usually don't see like cars like that and just be like, ooh, but for some reason, it's just such a cool car. The color helps a lot too. If it was a different color, I might not like it. All right, so let's move on. Let's see if there's any questions here that I've been neglecting while I've been talking about the neighbor's car.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm glad the hold method is working for you, Robert. It's one of my favorite methods, but it doesn't work for every car, obviously. But for some cars, you can time it. In this case, it seems to be working good for this car, so that's a good thing. I like that.
I came very close to buying a BMW M5 back in the day, but I was like, I think it was an older used one that my buddy had.
Oh.
He loves to buy and sell cars. Like he'll keep something for a year or two, and then he'll get something else. I don't know. He loves like sporty type of cars. But I was like, I'm just gonna go buy a brand new car instead. Actually, I leased a brand new car for a couple of years, which was a mistake because it was a piece of junk.
Oh. That's always, bad when you spend all that money and you get a piece of junk.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I leased a Chevrolet, a Chevy Cruze, that's what it was. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a good idea, but it was pretty terrible. And by the time the lease was over, alright, the car wasn't even worth what it would have cost to have bought the other half, and there was all these letters coming in the mail about lawsuits because the car was such a piece of junk. Like, if you owned it, everybody was suing them over how bad all the problems the car had and whatnot. So, you know, it's basically I paid half of the car off over the 3 years and then gave it back. I was expecting to actually buy it after the lease was up, but it was just terrible and it wasn't worth anything.
Yeah, sometimes these cars, especially used, can be real tricky. Didn't we get the F5 concept free? No, some people got it free as a promotion. The F5 concept was a gold star car at one point, if I remember correctly. I know I got it through either gold keys or something. I didn't buy it. I know I didn't pay money for it. Let me run real quick, and I suspect my dyno is a 12.8, but let me run this guy real quick, and I'll give you a better idea. Well, the inactive players got it for free, that's right. But I think those of us who play every day did not get it for free. We had to get it for gold keys or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case. I mean, I can be wrong, but let me see. MB Games, unfortunately, the Shaq's car is pretty terrible and slow. It's bad.
There's nothing you can do to make that car good. The majority of the boss cars in this game are either lousy or just kind of okay, but there's a few of them that are excellent. But unfortunately, Shaq's Segura is just... It is what it is, bud. You're just going to have to be like, it's nice to have this, but I wouldn't drop too many parts into that thing if you haven't already.
Yeah, just leave it stock and look at it every so often and be proud that you got it. Speaking of the Varus, here's a Varus in live. Let's see how well it does.
It's going to get... Well, wait, never mind. You're driving the mono. You're probably going to win.
Probably gonna win, right?
I need to upgrade my mono. That's one of those cars I've been wanting to upgrade forever, but never have.
Yeah, the mono. For the longest time, people were, using it quite a bit to kind of, because it beats dyno. It can be tuned to beat dyno by quite a bit. But then I think a lot of people killed it, so that's why you don't see it as much. He didn't do bad. That would have been very competitive in this lobby, actually. Remember, the other guy ran a 13.1. This guy just ran a 12.7, so I had to push myself a little bit to beat him. So yeah, dyno should be around 12.8. In fact, let me find out what my dyno is.
I know a couple people that say they use their Varus M4 to do bets. They say it's a betting machine, like they do $200,000 bets. And they win almost every race. So I'm not the only one who thinks it's probably good at live. I forgot to mention that when we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the mono can down tune quite easily, Bosco. I don't want to give away all my secrets with this car. It's one of my favorites, but I'll give it away for you guys since you're already watching anyway. But so I run very minor upgrades on this one. Okay, 5, 3, nothing. That's it. Okay, these two. Full fusion, because the fusions are very important to this car. Now, because it's low performance point, high evo car, right? We're going back to that again. The mono is very good in the lobby. The dyno is a 12756 with this particular setup I'm running. Okay, and I use this setup because I match it to my other mono from the other account. But basically, it can easily do better at that with a little bit more aggressive final drive, but I like to put it here because it's easier to control the lobby with it. That's the only reason I do it this way. So that's my tune, but the car runs 12.1, as you can see. If I want to...
Amar Gaming, I would not use the Varus M4 for Tempest.
No good for Tempest. No, definitely not.
It's actually one of the last cars I would choose for Tempest. Now, I don't know about Tempest 1, but I still have a feeling it's going to kind of struggle.
Tempest 1, I mean, it sprints. Yeah, it doesn't even sprint that well, does it? It's just kind of...
No, it's not really good at much except for maybe winning live races.
Yeah,
which it really technically shouldn't, but it seems like it does.
Yeah, it looks like they gave it some kind of advantage, in the lobby. This is where your Dino lobbies doesn't always dictates whether you're going to win or lose. I mean, that guy Dino may very well be a 13, or 12, or 12.6 actually, and he's running 12.7s, but yet he's winning against cars that are Dino much slower. So it's very. Whoop, got the RPM drop. That's going to hurt. So it's really dependent on how the car works in lobby. So, I lost.
Oh
man, I'm gonna re-challenge him and see if he'll bet me. But that's one of the ways. Oh no, he left. He's like, I gotta win. I'm out of here. He's one of them guys. Okay, all right.
I gotta find my mono. I should upgrade that thing.
Notice I barely upgraded mine and it does just fine. This is why I like the mono, because I didn't have to put much resources into it. All right, I'm smarting from that loss, so now I'm gonna try to beat up the next guy. Oh wait, I think he got bumped. Did he just disappear from the lobby?
He might have.
Yes,
left.
he did.
He might have been out of gas and said, "Screw it, I'm out."
No, I think
there it is. There it is.
I have a sneaking suspicion he got the bump kick after that run.
I gotta see if they fixed my mono, because when I got it, it had the wrong amount of fusion parts. I heard they fixed that though.
Oh, they did. This is the one that had the wrong fusion parts. It actually got fixed now.
Let me look at mine just to make sure. My luck, it still got the wrong amount. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Fixed. I can guarantee you that, because I looked at all the ones that weren't fixed before, and I saw it was fixed.
So mine holds 397 fusion parts. Is that good?
135 is what it should hold.
397?
No, 128. 128 is what the fusion slot should hold.
You just said something else a second ago.
135 is for the purple star cars.
Ah, okay. Yeah, mine's up to 128.
All right, then that's normal.
When we first got it, was like what was it, 118
91.
or something?
No, 91.
Oh, 91.
Yeah, like a no star car.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's terrible. Right. It was the same as a 0 star. That's what it was.
Yep, it was terrible.
Back when the best of British events come out, we were getting some of these cars from that, and they all had 0 star fusions, even though they were cars with stars.
Yep. But, I mean, was it given to us for free, or was it really for cheap gold or something? I forgot how it was given to us, but, it was pretty bad. And then people were really disappointed, but I'm glad they fixed it. So, Amar, the LB Audi Tier 3 RS5 is not bad, but stage 6s are kind of hard to get. Because they don't do they share it now with the regular RS5? They didn't before, but they might have changed that.
I see somebody trying to tell a joke out there, and I would say be very careful with what you say next on that one. I don't see this going in a good direction here.
Mods, please pay attention.
If somebody says anything that's terrible or in bad taste, y'all know what to do. Alright. Yeah, this mono is
game
cool.
has want us to pick our best car in the game we have right now. What do you have, Danny? I mean, this is not my primary account, but it does have some decent cars.
I don't know, but can somebody... I'm switching to my account for a second. What am I looking at here, guys? What am I looking at? I can't... Yeah, but what's in there? What is that?
That's the frunk.
What is that? There's there's some sort of like... There's like shocks? There's some shock absorbers?
Push rod shocks. Yep.
This is weird.
Well, that's how race cars have them. This thing is basically a Formula 3 race car without the arrow for the street. So,
yeah, I mean, it does kind of look like a Formula type of car.
Yeah.
Which I know nothing about, honestly.
Formula 3 isn't the fast ones. Don't get that confused with the Formula 1 cars. But Formula 3 cars in reality, what's funny is this car costs like 200,000. Okay, but a Formula 3 race car, you could probably buy for about 70, 80,000. So you're actually paying a lot more because this is street legal.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where the hamster goes.
It would be super fun to have something like this. All right, what stage do you suggest I upgrade this to, Max?
So what I have is literally, and I'll go back to my car real quick so I can verify with you again. Stage 5 trans and stage 3 tire. That's it. That's all I have done.
Seriously?
That's all I have done. Yep. Stage 5 trans, stage 3 tire. That's my go-to setup for this car. You can do more. Mind you, this car will still beat Dyno with additional upgrades. But you don't need them because the Evo points versus the performance point gains isn't worth it to me.
What's your dyno time on this again?
It's a 12.76.
Cool. That would be good for my live racing videos.
But
you said tires at stage 3?
Stage 3 tire and stage 4 trans. I mean, stage 5 trans. No engine or anything else. Nothing else. Everything else is... the Evo points matter, man. I'm all about the Evo points. I'm the master of Evo points.
I like to find cars that are 12.0 or slower to live race with my Sunday live streams, because most people can find a 12.0 car or a 14. But if I get into like the 7-second cars, the 8-second cars, not everybody has one that fast. So I always try to stick with a slower car for those live streams.
I hope you got the transfusions, because that's where the big number. Don't upgrade anymore. Go to trans. Put that to stage 4 for now, because you're gonna have to wait to get it.
Oh, I accidentally upgraded the engine. I meant to do the transmission.
Yeah, you're supposed to do transmission.
Well, crap sandwiches. I wasted my money.
That's not that bad. At least you didn't get the stage 4 yet.
I did.
Now, the main thing about the Bach Mono is that transmission fusions gives it huge numbers of Evo gain. Evo. Very Evo.
Let's see how
100
evil.
plus a pop. Look at that. See it?
I'm glad I got these, because I should have looked first. Usually I look before I upgrade a car, because sometimes, especially this, it's not a super easy car to get fusion parts for.
No, it's not.
Since it was part of Best of British, I think they were giving out the parts for it at the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Notice you're already at almost 1,000 without even getting to stage 4. Once you get to 4 and 5, it's like 1,600 points once you tune it. So this is why I love this car. This is one of the original barely upgrade and get huge Evo points. Huge Evo points. Okay. This is one of the originals. I've been using mine for about wait, let me see on my main account how much mileage I have on mine. This is the car I made a video about 2 years ago, and somebody came to my channel and told me, please take it down, you're ruining the lobby.
Robert, thank you so much for the donation, bud. I really appreciate that. Very nice of you. That's really cool. Thank you for the support, bud. So nice of you.
Let me go back to my my Bach Mono on my main account. I'll let you know how much mileage I have on it, because I've used that car for the past 3 years, basically since I've gotten it. It was one of my go-to cars when I'm in the mood to not waste time.
I remember when Max kicked my butt with the Mono, actually.
What? I raced you in the Mono?
Yeah, a while back, and you destroyed me. I was like, man, he must have that thing down-tuned like crazy. It was on one of my live streams.
I have about 1,800 miles on my Blue Mono on my main account. So now I like to spread my mileage around. I don't race the same car over and over all the time, but considering any car with over 1,000 miles for me is a big deal. That means I love the car and I race it a lot. You know, my FX XK, because somebody earlier asked about that car, that one has over 1,000 miles on it. So it's a good car if you know how to drive it and set it up. But they actually nerfed it a little bit in live matchmaking, so it sucks. But
Nolix, many people have tried to explain to me the art of down tuning, and I can never really figure it out. Now, Max seems to be pretty good with it. But
So
it's kind of like cheating, though, in my opinion.
You're basically cheating the system of tuning in the game because it's built into the system, right? I'm not really cheating in the sense that I'm doing something outside of the game parameters.
Yeah.
But the way the game is designed, it lets you do this because when they programmed this whole tuning thing together, they never thought that by one click of a tire or a trans, somehow the car would lose 500 Evo and still run the same time. The Evo. I know you guys are going to keep making fun of me for that, so I am going to take it and embrace it. It is now Evo points, as far as I'm concerned. So that's how this all started. And then what happens is people found out that by dropping Final Drive to 2.0, some of these cars will lose like 1,000 of these points, but still run really fast and beat Dyno by a ton. So that's fundamentally what down tuning is in the game. So, you know, in a sense, it's they've been trying to counter this with the matchmaking. We know that, okay, and it's something that I guess Natural Motion's trying to balance throughout the years, but hasn't been fixed. Let's just put it that way. And I hope they never fix it, because it's kind of a cool thing. Because in bracket racing, sandbagging, in real life bracket racing, sandbagging happens all the time. It's just that you lose if you break out. In this game, you get kicked to a faster lobby, so there is a punishment for doing that too much. Okay, so that's what it is. But it's kind of a great thing for people who like to live race and like to tune.
Ken Anderson, if you go to my channel, right next to where the subscribe button is, there should be a little button that says join. It costs a few dollars a month if you would like to help support the channel that way. If not, that's okay too. Tuning for the highest Evo gives you the general best tune for most races. Alright? For live racing, that's about the only time you really want to down tune, is for live racing. And I don't really understand it too well. Ooh, look at this white. Did you guys... Hey, Rowdy Burns. Did you guys see that white RX-7 with the red rims? That looked awesome.
Yep, looks sharp. Now, Rowdy is a down tuner, in my opinion. Rowdy usually is going to run you right out the back door.
Well, I'm going to try to beat him without using my nitrous. Earlier we were talking about how I have the Supra set up. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's great, Odom. Congratulations. That's awesome.
He's probably going to kick my butt because normally... Oh, look. I actually won.
He's swapping with you. He's swapping. He's being nice. He's being nice.
Probably.
The 600 LT is no joke. That car's good.
But he usually has his tune real crazy.
I've got his tune good. Yeah.
I've got a 600 LT and I can't figure that thing out for the life of me. It's really weird to shift. I don't have mine down tuned though. Bosco's asking if you can write down the tune for the...
I'll write it down, no problem.
I'll have to ask you later, because I won't remember either. Uh-oh, what happened? Rowdy Burns has disconnected. Gear Grinder Win-Win is trying to race me, so...
Oh, so he's not swapping. He's going to win-win.
I'm going to kick his butt. I hope.
In SXR, you're going to have your work cut out for you.
Like I said, I hope. Then I'll try and find Rowdy again after I beat this guy, I think.
Now, don't all you guys get in your Bach monos and go into the same lobby, please? Because
that would be horrible.
Yeah, that's going to ruin the lobby for everybody else. So
no.
Try to spread it out a little. Spread it out. Be nice.
I lost.
I'm telling you, I do not take any SXR easily.
I didn't use my nitrous. I didn't use my nitrous, though. That's why he won.
Well, We'll have to re-challenge him. He's still there.
No, I'm gonna try and find Rowdy. Where'd he go?
Yeah, see, Clivy, if you use the same car all the time, you can put a lot of mileage on it real fast. You know, I at one point wanted to have at least 30 cars with over 1,000 miles. That was my goal. Obviously, I never reached that, but I have probably at least 7 cars with over 1,000, some cars with over 2, and probably 15 cars with over 500. So I've been spreading my racing mileage out over different cars.
Breaking the phone, no. Being over dramatic, definitely. Giving you guys something to laugh at while I throw a temper tantrum, oh yeah. Breaking the phone, no.
Yeah, that 600 LT Spider by MSO is definitely a good car. I don't have even the regular one, but because I took a break that season. Now that I think about it, I must have taken breaks over 4 or 5 seasons because I'm missing a lot of cars because of that.
He disconnected again.
I think his device is really fast, so so I've had that issue recently too.
And it had to tell me twice. Did you see that?
Yeah, I really want to tell you. He disconnected, man. Did you get that? He disconnected, dude.
Once it told me like 4 times. I was like, are you kidding me? It's like I pushed the button, I hit OK. Then it said so-and-so disconnected, and then I hit OK. And it said so-and-so. I'm just like, oh my god, enough of this already. Usually it only happens once or twice, but...
Just so you know, so-and-so disconnected. That's usually on your side, though, actually.
Oh, lag spike. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Got it.
Yes, Droid and iOS, that's been happening for years. But right now, Denny's probably having a little bit more of a lag, too. So it's probably something that's gonna be an issue. Wow, we got a lot of guys coming. Is that Archer CSR2? I recognize the name. That's another name that I've seen quite a bit. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber as well. Welcome to the stream, bud. I didn't even notice that until you said something. I was too busy daydreaming about something or the other.
You're too busy reminding yourself about he disconnected screens.
Yeah, that's it. Why did my car do that? I just had a really weird launch error. I'll go ahead and be nice and let this guy get a win. I don't know if he had a swap thing or not, but whatever.
He did.
Hey, Rowdy, what's up, buddy? Look, there he is. He's in the chat.
There he is.
It kept disconnecting, which is a pain. This update's been pretty rough on disconnects, I've noticed.
It's rough. So, Rowdy, what I think is happening is your game is so much faster. When you hit rematch, Danny was still on the black screen coming out. So it automatically goes into a disconnect because the one game is on a completely different screen. I've actually disconnected to my own account because of that. Until I recently fixed it a little bit.
Rowdy, get this. Me and Max were racing on a video the other day. It was me versus Max. I don't know if you saw it, but we both recorded it. And there was one race where we both lost and did a $200,000 bet. It took my $200,000. It took Max's $200,000, and we both lost our money.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that happens, but it sucks that it happens while we're betting money. You know what I mean? It's like what the hell? But only happens on very close races too. If you're far apart, it won't happen. But if you're like neck and neck, you could both lose.
Yeah, but it both said we lost. Like, it said I ran a different time on his screen than it said on my screen, and vice versa. So
yeah, it's nutty.
It was pretty crazy. All right, I'm out of gasoline here.
Switch to my screen. I'll take the FXXK out for a bit. See if I can get some wins in it.
Man, we're at 2 hours already.
Ooh, we're having fun. So All right.
Yeah, this is
so
definitely a
the,
fun stream today. This one's gone by. That's a fast 2 hours.
I know. Okay, I found one guy. Either he races me or I'm screwed now. Just...
Oh, there's
All right,
that really pretty RX-7.
That's the Eclipse.
Ryan, have a great day, bud. Have a good night. Catch you later. Hope you get a good night's sleep.
Uh-oh, I'm only finding one dude in my car. What is this? I don't like you. You get to race this guy. And no bots either. So I guess this isn't going to happen. I thought I was going to race somebody, but...
Yeah.
It's a 10 point...
Sometimes
10.
if you leave and go
dyno,
back, it'll throw you into a different lobby.
I'm going to go and dyno my car real quick, and then I'll jump back out again. Let me see what happens. Hey, Joe Newman's here. See, this is my other crew member that I know they always come. So shout out to Team X Racing. I already got the guys from the Helena Hitman here. I'm actually on my Helena Hitman account. I was on the Team X Racing account earlier. Thank you for coming, guys. And did you guys get the 30 gold I sent you? Actually, they don't know who sent it. You just get a bunch of gold that says 30. So you don't actually know who it came from.
Exexis, you missed the old days?
Oh, finally, people. Oh my god. But it could also have bumped me, so let me be conservative here and find someone I think I can beat first.
One thing nice though is about them adding stuff constantly to the game. It always gives us something to do.
Yeah,
that keeps it interesting,
does.
You know? Keeps it interesting.
Now, normally the live lobby isn't just one other racer with nobody else in it. That's usually not a good sign. So, yeah, right. Team X Racing.
Sometimes that just means it doesn't understand what your car is doing and it needs to run a few runs before it puts you in the appropriate lobby, I guess.
Yep.
What is that, the FFXK?
Yep. And I lost. I downshifted a little bit because I don't want to run too hard yet, but let me see. Let me see what I ran first. Oh, so I'm on the 11 one? Oh, so this is a 11 dyno, not 10. I thought I had a 10 dyno on this car. I must have screwed that up. All right. Well, anyway.
Couple guys are answering your comment there, Max.
Oh, so some people, so they do get notification. Oh yeah, that's right. On the sidebar, they should know. All right, that's fine. So they know I bought it. Good. I just wanted. It's not like my crew's gonna tell me, no, man, we think you're lying. But it's nice to know that you can actually verify it. Okay.
I don't see that on my sidebar.
No? Or you get a notification from the pop-ups or something? Somebody must get a notification somehow.
I did get a little thing that said 3 people in my crew had bought the gold. It just said, here's 30 gold, 30 gold, and 30 gold, but I didn't see it say anybody's names. I don't know.
I think I'm in the 11 second lobby. Let me run the car fully so I know what lobby I'm in, because I'm always sandbagging a little bit and sometimes it screws me up. Okay, so this is, what did my car run? Now it beats dyno a little bit, so this will be like 2/10 faster than dyno, I think. Yeah, so 11-1 lobby is where I'm at.
What's the best tier 5 car you can buy for gold? There's so many tier 5 cars now, I'm really not even sure which ones you can buy for gold. Let me go, well, Max is racing, let me go look through the tier 5 cars and see what's available for gold at the moment. That's an interesting question, actually. More than likely, there's nothing too wonderful that doesn't cost loads of gold, but we're gonna look through them. It might take me like 15 minutes.
I still recommend against buying tier 5 cars for gold unless it's a special offer.
I agree.
Yeah, you have to get star card. Like one of the best buys I've ever done. Okay, LB Aventador. When that came up for $39.50 gold, I jumped right on it, and I don't regret that one bit.
If I see a really awesome car that's available for gold in tier 5, then I'm gonna say something. If I don't see a really awesome car available, then I'm not even gonna mention it. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. I mean, for example, 6,000 gold for P1 GTR just isn't worth it to me. I don't like it.
I wouldn't spend that much gold.
Yeah, I mean, in some sense, that Bugatti Cento might have been worth $39.50 gold for sure, but 6,000. I mean, they're asking way too much money for this stuff. Think about how long it takes you to save 6,000 gold.
Yeah, Zexus has been here forever, guys. He said he's been hanging out on my channel for 3 or 4 years now.
Wow.
Or maybe he just meant in the game. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I've been doing this channel for 3 or 4 years. Maybe 3, 2.5. I don't know.
I know I've been playing since, 2016? So
I really don't know, but
when did this game come out? I thought it was 2016. I started like the October of that year.
Unfortunately, when I'm trying to go into the dealership to look at the tier 5 cars, all I'm getting is a black screen. It won't let me view them.
Oh, so you have definitely the same issue I was having on Nox.
I'm sitting here waiting and waiting and waiting. Then I popped out and then I went back in and it's still not showing me. So I don't think I'm going to be able to look through them, unfortunately. But yeah, it's
it didn't
not
come
even
out in 2012. That would have been CSR1.
You know, I really didn't like CSR1. The game, it's actually, now it's frozen up. I can't do anything at the moment. I got to shut it down and start over.
Yeah, so Joe, I started in September of 2016 is when I started. That's when I first started.
I think this game had been out for about 1 year when I started playing it. At least that's what some of the guys in my crew said when I started.
I was surprised that NSX didn't catch up faster. Maybe he's giving me the race. Let's see if he re-challenges me. Because that should definitely run better than that in this lobby. He ran 11.023 against my 10.9. Now, this the FXXK used to be pretty good with the down tune. The problem nowadays is that if you try to down tune it, you'll get bumped really fast. So I'm actually using a high evo tune because the car naturally beats dyno by about 1/10.5 anyway. Since they buffed it, before they buffed it, it didn't. But now it beats dyno, so why mess with the? So what I did is I actually lowered my performance points to try to maximize evo, and this is okay. I mean, it's not the best out there, and it can get bumped, but it's a lot more stable than it used to be.
So Xexus says the 5th anniversary of the game is coming soon, and I know I've been playing for about 4 years, so that must be right. The game must have been out for about a year. So let's see, 4 years ago, what is it, 2020? 2015, 2016, I don't know. I've been playing for a long time.
2016, I'm pretty sure it's 2016. When I started, it was like season 5 or 6, because that's when the Alpha 4C was the Prestige Cup car.
Excuse me, guys, if you heard that, I just burped.
Oh.
It just kind of came out, too. Like, I set up and all this air rushed out. I had no idea it was even coming. Good, good. I like to have manners, you know?
If you didn't mention it, I wouldn't even know about it.
I figured everybody heard it.
Oh.
If you heard that, I apologize.
It's all good. I mean, sometimes things will it's human body, man. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
You can't stop it. Holding it in is not good for your health.
That's true. But I would normally mute my microphone or something, you know?
Yeah, so the game came a long way. If you remember 2016, and if you jumped into the game now, and you didn't play all that time in between, you wouldn't even recognize this game.
But I've actually heard a few YouTubers burp during their videos. I was always just like, man, that was uncalled for. Like some of them do it on purpose though. Like they'll just sit there and be like, brr, like, and they're just like trying to force it out as loud as possible. I'm like, man, that's not cool.
Now, early 2017 is when they introduced milestones. I was ready to quit the game at the time, and then Milestone came around, and that's why I stayed all these years. Because you started to get free cars without having to spend. I remember I think I was buying Google Play cards, $50 ones, every week since I started. And I had nothing. I had no good cars. I maxed out the Tier 3 Corvette, and then they nerfed it the next week. So my initial experience with this game was misery. I hated it because I spent so much money, got nothing out of it. My gold key pulls, I bought a bunch of gold keys, and I got one Hennessy Venom out of the whole thing, and a bunch of 3 stars.
Yeah, so I do have some mugs, t-shirts, and hooded sweatshirts for sale. Quite a few people were asking, hey, when are you going to get merch? When are you going to get merch? So I eventually signed up for that. I'm not sure how much stuff is sold yet, honestly.
Wow, the glitches and the problems with updates haven't changed that much, true. But, I mean, the game itself with milestones and all that stuff, that's what I'm talking about. That has changed a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And the overwhelming numbers of events. Oh my God. I used to not have so many events in a season. Now it's like, you can't keep up. So, hey, I beat a Juke. Your favorite car, Daddy?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Getty coding, exactly. Yeah, I think Milestone did save this game. Milestone cars coming along really kept a lot of players around when we were all kind of... I remember even back then, people were complaining about quitting because they don't want to spend more money on the game. And you guys forget the days before PC cars had loyalty. Some people spend 50 times 50 keys to try to get the PC car. Okay? Imagine that. And we complain about 750 keys.
Barton, if you max out the Supra, I believe it makes just as much as the F1 on RP.
Somebody wants my FXK set up and tuned? Sure. All right. I was about to do the Ferrari
all of
live
Max's secrets.
Yeah, everybody's taking all my tunes now, right? I should have done videos on these cars a long time ago. I just, I get lazy and I don't want to do them.
Oh, man. Bosco is saying at one time there were not loyalty rewards for the PC cars.
Yeah. Danny, I'm going to tell you a story. You know what is one of the first PC cars I spent a ton of silver keys on? You're going to laugh when you hear this. Bentley Continental GT. I thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread being introduced to this game back then. And I spent 30 pulls on it to get it.
That's a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
1,500 silver keys to get the stinking GT Continental.
Okay, maybe I was mistaken. Rail says the F1 gives more because it's got a Legends bonus, so I might have messed up on that one, guys. I apologize. What else did I want to just say there? Oh yeah, remember when you had to pay to tune your cars? I do remember that.
Yep, I remember that too. And when you're a new player, the best part is when you're brand new, you just bought your T1 car, you spent all your money upgrading it, you go into the dyno room, you're like, $100 to dyno? Oh my God. I don't have $100 right now. I had to wait and actually go race just so I could dyno my damn car. That was crazy.
Maxwell. All right, so when you add fusion parts and stage 6 parts to your car...
It was $250. It was even more expensive than I remembered.
When you add fusions and stage 6 parts to your car, plus tune the car, those are the 3 things that will change your Evo points. Some cars are capable of getting really high Evo and some are not. Some cars you might only see 500 or 600 Evo, some cars you might see 2,500, but not all cars can do the high Evo. But if you don't have very many many parts installed in your car, it's never going to get the high Evo. So every time you add new parts, retune the car, and that'll boost up your Evo a little bit each time.
One of the ways to find out, Danny, and this is one thing I look for when I start building a car. If you put like 2 stages of upgrades in, and you have fusions, you put 1 green fusion into each part, the 7 upgrades, and you watch what the Evo change is. I know people always think it sounds like Evo, but I'm actually trying to say Evo. Okay? But the Evo points should be jumping up. If a car has a green fusion giving you something like plus 30 to plus 40 points, then that perks me up. I'm like, ooh, this car might be good. If you put it in and it says plus 5, oh man, this car's gonna suck. So that's kind of where I start off. But by the time you get to stage 2 and putting in blue fusions, you watch for that pattern. Does it have at least a few type of upgrade fusions that gives a ton of points? Those are usually cars you want to slowly explore into. But if you do 3 stages of upgrades, put all the fusions in, and the car's at like 300, then you're probably not going to want to keep going. It's not going to be that great. Of course, that's relative to the tier. I'm talking about tier 5 cars here. Okay, so that's kind of the thing that you want to look for. I'm sorry if I'm rambling again, Danny. I tend to ramble when I talk about things.
Yeah, we've noticed.
No, really, you wouldn't say that about me, would you? I mean, I don't talk that much. I'm trying to lead actually, but people keep challenging me.
Well, I ramble too, so I know I ramble sometimes as well, so don't feel too bad. Honeybee, hey, Honeybee says they're new to the game and they want to learn. So, all right,
you come to the right place.
I got a whole bunch of playlists on my channel, and if you want to check out my CSR2 basics playlist, that will probably get you through the majority of what you need to know at first. And of course, like I always say, check out Maxthegamer. He's got some really awesome stuff when it comes to like Tempest racing. He's great for like tuning your cars for the Tempest races and stuff. Plus, he's very knowledgeable about the game in general as well. So I always say, if you don't see it on my channel, check Max's channel.
Yeah, Odom, I'll let Danny talk. I just like to talk, so I can't, sometimes I get an idea in my head, I just want to get it out. But
well, I remember that one live stream, and I'm glad I wasn't feeling very well that day, because I didn't really feel like saying much anyways, but it was like I couldn't get a word in. Max
just jump in, man. Just jump in. Just say, shut up and let me talk, damn it.
Every time I tried to say something, he just kept talking over me, and I was just like, well, I feel like horrible. I was just like, oh, that day. So I'm like, well, I'm kind of glad he's just going on today, because I just don't feel...
I'm just going to let him ramble on. Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
Are the new Tempest coming out? You know what? They keep making hints about it, and they keep talking about it, but we've been waiting a few years for Tempest 4, and it almost sounds like maybe it's really going to come out soon, but I can't guarantee it. Part of me wants to believe that it's going to. Part of me thinks it's never coming out. All right, the Crow says this summer. The Crow says this summer.
Okay. That's what Mill said last summer. Bill told me last year, like, it should come out around summer. I go, you sure about that? He goes, that's what we are hoping for. I go, all right. So
actually, we should ask him and see what he knows about that.
Yeah, well, it's been in the files for months is correct. Yeah, that is correct. The whole Tempest stuff has already been in the files.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if Crow has inside intel, then it should be just as consistent as Mill's. Yeah, but Mill actually doesn't know as much because they don't tell him anything. Is what he's telling me.
That is true.
Yes, we trust the Crow, absolutely. Because I check his information for update stuff. Yep.
The Crow is actually great at game information.
Oh, I'm sorry, Drill. Were you in lobby with my car? Because I was going to show people the setup and tune. That's why I came out. Let's see. So let's take a look at this car setup that I'm using. If you like to write stuff down, now'll be the time, because I won't be writing this down. I'll probably forget the next time I change the setup again. Yeah, so I'm leveraging everything that gives the higher evo points. Nitrous is important to this car. Body's important. Tire, not so much. Transmission's important, and it's like a 1-1-1 just to kind of filter out the point values. So that's the setup. So if you start at engine, which is, so it's 1-1-1, 5-6, 3-6.
You know, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, I did try to sign up for their content creator program, and I emailed them. Haven't heard anything back. I might send them another email here pretty soon. Max tried to sign up for it as well. I actually got another email address from somebody who works there, and they said to email a specific person at the specific email address, and they never wrote back to me either, so I'm not really sure what's up with all that, but I might give it another go here pretty soon.
I think they're on vacation. I mean,
did you sign up for that?
I tried to. I sent them an email. I gave them my YouTube channel name, my name, in-game name, you know, because they asked for a bunch of info. I gave it all to them. So
Archer, I'm probably saying his name improperly, unfortunately, but Archer was just asking about it. So Archer, how about you? Did you sign up for that? It'd be interesting to know. Oh, he wrote, but no response.
Yeah, so we all got the same treatment at least. So I don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad. Now I feel better. They're equally ignoring all of us. That's good.
Yeah, it's like, we want to give content creators what they need to make their videos and stuff. Now, I did see they took a couple of my videos and put them onto their website. So that's cool, but I would really like to be a part of the content creator thing if possible.
Yeah, it would be nice, but, you know. So, Dino. Okay. Sorry, guys. I forgot to Dino the car.
Here it is again, Max.
Yeah.
Danny, how do you get more elite tokens? I'm struggling to get blues, but I got lots of the others. You know, it's kind of weird, but it seems like at certain times, they give out more of one color than the other, I've noticed. But unfortunately, events, right? Everybody asked this, but the unfortunate thing is there's no fast way to get these tokens. You just have to do as many showdowns as you can and check the map daily for any little races that are giving out tokens, and eventually you'll have a bunch of tokens, you know? It's a very slow process. I wish there was a better way, but not much we can do but sit there and wait, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're just stuck doing that. I mean,
so unless you want to spend a bunch of real money to get tokens, there's not much you can do. Now, you can turn your green tokens into blue tokens, I think, or whatever it is. But that's pretty darn pricey. That would cost a fortune in gold.
Yeah. It's, you know, again, it all comes down to if you want to spend money. So I just dynoed it, and I did a run all out. So dyno's 10.9. Okay, runs 10.7 if I want to. I'd never do, because most of my opponents run 10.9 to 10.2 to 11. So this is where this car has been able to stay in the lobby and still win. Okay, so I like this car. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, so this is a good car.
Yeah, everybody wants to know how to get more tokens, and I want to know too.
Yeah,
I want to know how to get more tokens. But unfortunately,
I think on my GTR I need another 1,500 red. Mm-hmm. I'd like to know where I'm going to get that. So, because I don't see that coming anytime soon.
Platinum keys. I actually hope they don't add any more types of currency. We got too many types of currency as it is.
Too much already. It's insane how many different type of currencies we have.
But it would be nice if there was something where maybe if there was just another crate that guaranteed it, that used the same amount of keys, but more than likely it would be like 500 gold keys to get a 5-star car.
Well, you know what they took away, which I was kind of disappointed? The 150 silver keys. Because they actually paid out pretty good. And then some reason they took it away now. You know, they tested it for a while and then they just took it away.
Thomas,
I got a few nice cars out of that.
Not as far as I know, Thomas. I haven't seen any plans for a new Alpine to come into the game, but you never know. Maybe one of these days they'll throw some more in here.
The Alpine is a what's it, a Renault? Is that the brand?
Alpine's the name brand, I believe.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, I thought it was a Renault, but
hold on. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm having a brain fart here. Let me go look really quick. I'm pretty sure Alpine's the name brand, though.
Yes, the platypus. There it is.
Oh, that's funny. It actually, I never would have thought about that, but now that you said that, I see it 100%.
Yeah.
It really does look like, from that view right there, it's a platypus. That's hilarious.
This is a great car. This one right here.
They're owned by Renault. Interesting.
They're owned by it. Okay, I remember some reference to Renault when it came to the Alpine.
Thank you, Bunker Spy. I had no idea.
This car might be ugly, but it's a bit of a beast in this game. You know, you use this in live racing, and it's very hard to beat this thing.
Yeah, Alpine is definitely a name brand, but I guess it's kind of like the Toyota and Lexus deal, huh?
Yep, exactly.
Someone else actually just said AMG and Mercedes. Yeah, I get it.
My tune for the flip car. Oh man, you want all my tunes today, huh? I give out 2 or 3 a day, okay? I can't give them all out in one day. That's too much work.
Max is being stingy.
Let me see what my setup is. I actually did a live racing video with this. No, I recorded it, but I never uploaded it. This is the F brand car, starting off with this one. And this is one of the strong ones that start off with. So here's my current setup. As you can see, I don't like to leverage a lot of parts. I don't care if I'm in a slow lobby, but this car definitely will give people conniptions.
More, if you don't find a crew, the last day of each season, I try to make a crew recruitment video to help people who are looking for crews and stuff. So maybe check that out if you're still looking around that time. Someday it's the first day of the season, but usually it's the last day of each season that I make that. So I know there's a lot of people out there trying to find new crews and a lot of crews that need new members around that time. So I've been trying to do that. Back when I used to try to do crew recruitment off the websites, I used to run around like Facebook and a bunch of other places, and it was always hard to find stuff. So I figured, well, I'll try and do something to help people out with that.
Yeah, so the lovely thing about the flip car is that it's what I call the variable tuning car, or the you know, it's one of those cars that you can tune to beat dyno by whatever amount you really feel like. Which makes it extremely dangerous. So great car, very easy to drive too.
One thing that's nice about being a YouTuber though is generally if my crew needs new members, I just say, hey, who wants to join my channel? And like 10,000 people go, me. But the bad thing about it is I have to have somebody else do my recruiting, because I used to give out my own personal information like that. And I mean, it got to the point where I'd have like 10, 15, 20 people sending me 10, 20, 30, some guys 60 messages a day. And my phone would just blow up 24 hours a day. And some people got really like crazy and mad because I didn't reply to them fast enough. And eventually I had to set all my stuff to private, so I usually have some of my crewmates do the recruiting, but it seriously got crazy. I hate that it has to be that way because I love chatting with everybody, but some people, unfortunately, you know, a few people ruin it for everybody on pretty much everything in life.
That's the truth. So
I don't care what it is. Somebody somewhere did something that made things the way they are. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Eclipia, second account is worth it for swapping because you control it better on your own. You know, obviously you don't have fake swappers when it's your own account. Now, it doesn't mean that it is not possible to screw up anyway, but, you know, generally speaking, you don't screw yourself. So, at least not in swapping.
Well, if you don't interview people before they join your crew, they come in, they activate your wild cards, they screw everything up. You got to talk to people first. What I do is I just invite people to a chat room. I give them a link to a chat room, and my crew members are in there, okay? Once it starts to fill up, I remove the link. After there's about 20 people in there, I just remove the link, and then I let my crew members talk to the people that are in the chat room.
Yep.
That's the easiest way for me to do it. That's what works the best. I miss the days where I could just like give out my info and people could message me about it, but it got too crazy.
It can get pretty nutty depending on who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm doing is I'm just messing around a little bit with the setups here, but you know, you can sacrifice a low evo, you know, go with a wider dyno gap, or you can keep it closer. Now, there's something more to know about this car. Because it is so high points and so low upgrade, you don't really need to beat dyno to beat somebody. You know, doing the dyno drop is really not worth it here. You want to just keep your points up and you can still win. Now, if you really want to beat somebody up for their money, okay, then you need to use the other tune, but basically at this tune level where it's 2,000 points, the dyno is 10.3, right? We remember the dyno is about a 10.33. Let's see if we can find anybody in lobby. I should be running against mostly 10.5 opponents. So let's take NSXR on. They're always fun to race.
I'll tell you what, I found out something about my music playlist. If I just open the Windows Media Player and put it on shuffle and press play, I think it plays the songs in the same order every time. But if I scroll down the list and pick like a song that's on the list, then it shuffles them in a different order. So since I started doing that, I've been hearing a lot of different music than normal, which is cool. Because I got like 6 hours of music off the YouTube media library or whatever. It's nice to hear something different for once, because it's been playing the same old songs for I don't know how long.
So I'm having a little stability issue on the connection, but anyway, 10.4 run, 10.3 dyno, 10.5 NSXR opponent. Okay, so I really can't lose much in this lobby. If an NSXR, the NSXR is a very aggressive car to race against in most lobbies. If you can beat them up that easily, you're probably not going to have problems elsewhere. So yeah, the flip car is a great car. It just, you know, hard to get parts. It took me a long time to get it to where it is. And yes, it does look poop. It does. It looks like a platypus. You know, but sometimes I like ugly cars because when you beat somebody, you're kind of mentally thinking, are they angry about this? Oh, wait, another flip car. This could be interesting. Now, I'm not sure why I'm getting red Wi-Fi and I can still connect. So I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed.
It's just a glitch.
Yeah, we hope.
I get that sometimes too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, I hope it's a glitch. I mean, I haven't seen this kind of glitch on my account before, but who knows?
Chase Baker, or not Baker, Chase Bessler says he's got a 37-hour-long playlist. That's a long time. All the stuff off the YouTube media library or whatever it's called, though, the nice thing about that is you're allowed to use it, and they won't hit your channel for copyright strikes and stuff. I'm not sure if you use music off of that as well, but if you need royalty-free stuff that you're allowed to use for your YouTube, guys, check out the YouTube Media Library, I believe it's called. if you go into your YouTube studio, it's in there somewhere. Or you can just do a Google search for it. And then you can just download all the songs you want off of it.
Do you know how long it takes to process a 6-hour video?
No idea.
I don't want to know. That's the issue. My computer will be like grinding all night and burning up by the time it's done. And I don't want that.
Well, heck, a 20-minute video takes about half an hour, so add another, what, 20% onto 6 hours? Maybe 40%? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a long time to process. So, and my computer fans are all blowing real hard because of the heat. So yeah. I know that there's definitely some serious hardware being used here. So I don't want to burn up my PC with a 6-hour video.
I don't know if there's any popular Discords for this particular game. I get so many comments on YouTube that I need to answer. I don't really have time to answer them elsewhere on this one, so I don't particularly have a YouTube set or a Discord set up for chat or anything like that.
Yeah, so the thing about racing this particular car in this lobby is I'm pushing my car too much. I really don't want to be doing this because my dyno is a 10.3. So this is my last race. I'm gonna, race Yoda or Yada. That looks like Yoda. Must be Yoda.
Archidor, have a great day, man. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you later. I wish I knew how to pronounce your name a little better.
Thank you for joining us.
I'm so bad at names.
I'm pretty bad too. But yeah, so I don't want to keep racing like this in this lobby because what'll happen is, eventually get a car bumped. I don't care what kind of car you have and how great it may seem right now. You keep running under dyno enough times, you will eventually lose. I mean, eventually you get bumped. So it's not worth it to me. Anyway, I've talked enough and raced enough for today anyway. We're 2.5 hours into this. So I'm going to jump back. Yeah.
I actually did make a Discord server, and the amount of trolls that came in and just were being horrible and rude and disrespectful, like, I don't ever want to really open a Discord to the public again after that. So many trolls came in. It was unbelievable. It was just constantly, like, the moderators I had in the Discord were just banning people left and right because they were just coming in and being awful. And I was like, that's it. I'm shutting it down. It wasn't for CSR2 either. It was for War Robots. So I still have the Discord. That's what me and Max are using to chat with. But I'll never let people into it again, like randomly like that. It was just way too much craziness.
Oh,
but like for my crew,
with you, don't push the car so hard.
Like for my crew and my moderators, my YouTube moderators and my crew, we have some chat rooms on the Line app that we use for that kind of stuff. Clavia's not in there though. I guess he doesn't have the Line app. If you could get that, that would be awesome, bud. I don't know if you can or not, but we'd love to have you in our YouTube moderator line room if possible. Chrisman, my crew is full, buddy. Sorry, but we don't have any room to take anybody in. Most of the time we're full and we have people on a waiting list to get in too, so.
Yeah, all right. It's Discord can be buggy too. I don't like Discord that much.
Yeah, Discord does have a lot of issues, I've noticed.
They update it constantly though. They do update it. Oh, I crashed.
Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me switch screens. You've been kicked. All right, I'll switch back to my screen for a minute.
All right.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go run a couple more Showdown races, and then I guess when I'm out of gas, we will end the stream, guys.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sometimes it's really buggy, actually. Especially in the voice chats and stuff. When you have people coming in and out of voice chats, Like if it's just me and Max, that's fine. But if there were like other people coming in and out, it would start booting us out of the chats or making so we couldn't hear each other and stuff. It does a lot of weird things, I've noticed. Like when I go into somebody else's Discord room, there's nothing but problems on the voice chats all the time.
Yeah, it can get kind of...
The only thing I really use it for now is like live streaming when somebody needs to be on the voice with me. What was I just gonna do? See, I've totally lost.
You said Showdown. Showdown.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot what was happening for a minute, so... Let's go ahead and get back to our Porsche, and... I say we might as well go for the last 20 minutes, right?
Yep.
So, when the hour is over, or when I'm out of gas, I don't know. Whatever. One or the other. Maybe not the full 20 minutes, but... Expect this stream to go for another 10 to 20 minutes, guys. How about that? 10,000 event hub tickets. Nice. I'm saving mine just in case some of those cars we have to get in the future for the events are going to be bought with the tickets. So I'm trying not to spend mine on anything. I think it would probably be a really good idea to save your tickets. But I never could get Max's launch thing to work on this.
When are you actually hitting the button, though?
Well, I tried to hit it right on number 1, like you said, and it doesn't work for me. I'll try it this time. So hold down the gas and just hit the launch button right at number 1, right?
Yeah, so what you do is when you see the 1 appear is when you hit the launch button. But you hold the gas down, you don't let go.
Hey, look, somebody says they own a Chiron in real life. That's pretty sweet. That would be a very cool car to have.
I sound like I'm 20.
Hey,
I like
it worked. That time it worked, but I screwed up my nitrous on the wrong gear, though.
But it's okay. You got the launch down. That's the big step right there. So.
Well, for the first time, yeah, it gave me a perfect start. That's kind of cool.
Helena Hitman, the name Helena came from Arkansas, not from Greek. Not Helena, Greece. Helena, Arkansas. So the original crew guys are from Arkansas.
Odom says I should have my final drive at 2.01. I'm not sure where it's at, honestly. Probably 2.0. What time does Harkness run? I actually heard it's changed recently.
Oh, did it now?
Somebody said he's running a little bit faster than he did before. But I don't know if that's confirmed to be true or not. There we go. That does work pretty good.
You like it now?
I don't know, it's a little weird and different, but...
Well, once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Okay, 8.998 is what the Crow said the Harkness is currently running. One of these days, I'm going to run Tempest on one of those content accounts and try and get screenshots of everything. I used to have screenshots of all of them, and then somebody got drunk one day and erased all of my screenshots out of my line room, and I didn't save backup copies, so... That was a bummer.
Yeah, when you lose that stuff, it's like, man, I gotta go through this all over again.
I screwed it up that time.
Did you let go? I saw the needle move before you hit the button.
Yeah, I think I let go too soon or too late.
No, you don't let go at all.
No, I mean, I think I hit the launch. I didn't let go. Or did I? I don't know what happened.
You did. I saw the needle drop before I heard the click.
LOL Gamer says content accounts already did Tempest. I don't know. I haven't looked, but I have a feeling we can do it.
Have a good one, Thomas.
Did you do Tempest on it, Max?
No, I didn't touch it. No.
Then I'm guessing it probably should still be there.
Yeah, it should be there. I know I didn't do it. Wait, let me see where I am on my new account. I think I'm on Amelia.
I let go of the gas again. I messed it up.
Yeah, you gotta. You cannot see. You're so used to letting go of the gas.
Yep.
You're doing it. And that little change will make the RPM drop. So
it's really screwing me up. I don't like change. Change is not good. Some people say change is good, but I guess on certain things it is, but not on CSR2 shifting. Not for me, at least. 1,777 horsepower. That's some crazy horsepower, buddy.
Oh, he already did the Tempest races. All right, well then.
Who did?
That time you clicked too early. I noticed the needle jumped back before a perfect launch, so you jumped the gun slightly on that one.
Oh, you're saying Nitro did the Tempest races. He might be using a different account, though. I don't think he uses our account. I think he uses his own, maybe? Don't know, bud. We'd have to look. I think I got 2 content accounts right now, honestly. 2 people have made me one. Normally, the only time I log on to them is when I need to show you guys a shift pattern or something. I don't get on it too often, really. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't really use those to play at all. That's just for making videos for YouTube type of deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nitro's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. He's really nice.
Yeah, very quiet spoken, though. It's hard to hear him sometimes.
I don't think I'd take that 1,777 horsepower car out into the snow. That might
make a nice drift car.
Might be a bad idea. I bet that would be hard to control
nice.
in the snow. Alright. Let's see what we can do. We're out of gas. Alright. Alright guys, so do you guys have any more last minute questions before we cut the stream off, guys? I just said guys how many times? Hey, what's up guys? How you guys? Got any questions, guys? Come on, guys. Yeah, guys. Okay, Calavia's got some sort of Discord he wants people to... Oh wait, I think that's a couple different Discords. What are you posting there, bud?
Saucy, I know you put this question before, but yes, RS6 Avant is a good live racer.
Oh,
but
real
you need
good.
to look up the shift pattern. It's a little different shift pattern than what you would expect. If you drive in normally, it doesn't run as good as if you skip gears. So definitely look up a shift pattern video on that car.
Yeah, I can't remember how to drive it. I think I made a video on it. Did you make one, Max? Do you have a video?
I didn't, but I watched a video from Zoocar, I think.
Check my How to Drive playlist, and if you don't see it on there, maybe check Zoocar's channel. I'm pretty sure I made one.
I'm pretty sure you did too, but you know, definitely look on Danny's channel for a shift pattern on that car. So, Bunker Spy, Aim Gang will beat Tempest 3 without changing cars, but not the Liberty Walk. Okay, so the LB needs to swap, but the Aim Gang does not.
Danny Lopez.
But Aim Gang has to be close to maxed.
Danny Lopez, are you talking about wildcard tokens? I'm assuming you're talking about wildcard tokens, so I'll show you exactly how you donate those, okay? I know when I first started, I couldn't figure out either. I thought I was donating them, but I wasn't. Alright, so go to your crew hangout. So click on this little orange thing over here for your crew hangout. Then you're going to click on the little wildcard deal down at the bottom of the screen once you finally load in there. Wherever it is. 2 years later. Alright, see where it says wildcard down at the bottom? Click on that little guy. And move this. I don't have. See, right now I have 0 tokens, so I can't donate any. But right now, R70 and R150 are full, but the 30 is empty. So I would grab this little slider right here and pull this over to the amount of tokens I want to donate. And then I would hit the little donate button that will show up below it once you tell how many tokens you want to donate. So I donated all of mine to the 150. What's today? Friday? So tonight we do the 70 and tomorrow morning we do the 150. So that's why those are both full. Now we don't ever do the 30 in my crew. The 30 is a waste of time in my opinion. But we do the 70 every day except for Saturdays. And Saturdays we always do the 150. Some people do the 150 every other day and they don't do the 30 or the 70. Your crew has 45 million RP. That's nice. I think we're around good. 22 or 23. And I thought that was pretty good. But 45? That's a good score, guys.
Very good.
Dutch says he's... What's up, Dutch? He says he's spot number 2 in the garage.
Well, you're a Subaru guy, right, Danny? You're going to get the Subaru?
I don't know which one's actually going to be better. So it's really hard to say, but I'm all about the Subarus. I love Subarus. I like the Lancer.
I'm gonna have to get the Mitsubishi then.
I like the Lancer, but I like the Subaru better.
I mean, we could do a Mitsubishi versus Evo contest. So, I mean, Mitsubishi versus Evo. No, Evo versus STI. That's what the competition would be.
There he is, Mr. Dutch. In his Vorsteiners. I know I said that wrong. 720S. Alright. For some reason... Oh, there it goes. How do we get the SOTU cars? Sound of the Underground. I have no idea what that is, Eclavia. Is that what they're calling the Elite Tuners cars, or...
They're Elite Tuners, aren't they? The
Sound of the Underground? I don't know.
Sound of the Underground is part of the Elite Tuner stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that the next event that's coming up?
Yeah, yep.
Gotcha. We don't know yet, bud. We don't know yet. That's one of the reasons I'm saving my event tokens, is just in case we have to buy them with that. Dang! Alias P said he's got over 100 million in his RP for his crew right now. That's crazy. Can I join your crew? Not really. I wouldn't leave my guys. Okay, Sound of the Underground. Alright, cool. So that's the Evo and the Subaru, but I really don't know how we're going to get them.
If you try to lock in, click on the lock in.
I just did and nothing's popping up.
Yeah, so I think we're going to get another one of those download things where they add in the final bits of info, maybe in a few days.
Yep. Some people are saying we're going to get it with gold, but I'm not really sure.
Wow, we'll figure it out when the time comes. I mean,
now the Crow says they may come for free, which is also a very good possibility. That's something I was thinking as well, but just in case, I'm saving up these Event Hub tokens. I got 10,500 of these guys, and there's really nothing in here I want to buy at the moment anyways. Yeah, make sure you need to get with your crew and find out if they have a wild card schedule, Danny. Some crews you can donate to whatever, but most crews that are put together and really organized and stuff, they have a very strict schedule, and if you even screw it up, they'll kick you out for donating to the wrong cards. So make sure you find out the schedule and only donate to the cards that need filled for that day. Because, I mean, if you mess up the schedule, your crew is going to earn a lot less points and prizes. And, I mean, some crews can even miss getting the milestone prize car if somebody messes up their cards. And, yeah, that's one thing. The two things most crews take very seriously is don't screw up their wild cards and make sure you hit the minimum respect points required for the crew. Those are the two main things you will get kicked for, is messing up a wild card or not earning enough points.
Yeah, you leave the wild cards to the admins. Don't mess with it.
Yeah. Like in our crew...
All right, take care, shit.
Yeah, shiz, have a great day. Yeah, like in our crew, only the admins are allowed to activate the wild cards, but the members have to strictly donate on the proper schedule. Like, for example, we don't do the 150 until Saturday, so they're not allowed to donate till Friday when the 70 is full. Once the 70 is full on Friday, then they can donate to the 150, which is going to be done the next day. Hopefully that makes sense, but during the rest of the week, nobody is allowed to donate to anything but the 70. Except for Friday evening, then we can donate to the 150s, so... Make sure you check with your crew on that. Anyways, I'm not even sure why I'm playing around with this store, but alright, Odom, have a great day, bud. Catch you later. We're about to end this here in just a minute anyways, so I just want to say thank you to the moderators. You guys all did a great job. We had a couple YouTubers and the Crows show up. That was cool to see you guys here. Thank you for stopping by. We definitely appreciate it. Everybody who watches my videos and comes to hang out with me on the live stream, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys make the chats a lot of fun. And, I mean, like I always say, though, I mean, my channel wouldn't be anything without you guys being here. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys a lot. Couple people made some donations today. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are great. Very much appreciated, guys. Really is.
Yep. Thank you for joining us. It was a lot of fun, and thank you for coming. Some of the guys that came in today we haven't seen before. Really appreciate your presence. You guys have questions. We do this every Friday. We try to answer questions. So make a list of questions and feel free to ask us. And we'll do what we can to answer all of them.
And last not least, thank you, Max, for being on the stream. It's always great to have you here. And I mean, it's so much fun having the two of us on here.
It is. I truly enjoy it. I'm sorry I keep talking over you like I'm doing right now.
It's all good. These things just would not be as fun without the two of us here, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. We're going to go ahead and end this stream now. And if we missed anybody's questions, I am sorry. We get on talking about stuff and the comments go by pretty fast. And sometimes we do miss stuff. Corey Carson, buddy, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Very much appreciated.
Yep. Thank you very much. We'll be back, next Friday, Danny? We do this every Friday, guys.
Yes.
So, we'll see you guys next Friday.
Kenneth says one last question, so hurry up and type it out, buddy. Get it out there before I hit the end button. We'll go ahead and take one more. One more question real quick.
Have a good one, Daring.
We're waiting. We're waiting. Later, Dutch. Do you guys know if the super event is leaving? Now, as far as we know, that's gonna stay up until you finish it, I believe.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's permanent until finished. So, no, it's not leaving. You have time. Don't stress.
Like, we know a couple people who work for the game and stuff, and they kind of say the same thing. I think, if I remember correctly, I think they actually announced that as well somewhere on one of their help shift pages, maybe. So,
yeah,
it sounds like it's here to stay, guys. So I think these elite tuner events are going to be here until you finish them. All right, everybody, thank you so much. You guys are all awesome, all right? Streamlabs is actually the streaming software that I use to stream. It's just a little robot that will post links. All right, guys. See ya, and